Wow.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Look, I'm good because I'm inside and toasty warm
Yeah.
outside. We got a full winter storm going on.
Ouch.
It is whiteout conditions. All the buses are canceled, and I'm telling you, it takes a lot to cancel buses here in Ottawa. So, kids are home from school. We're expected to get 25 centimeters of snow over the course of the day today, which is about 10 inches worth. So, yeah, it's winter wonderland.
Wow. That's yeah. I know Canada has equipment to move snow and do all this stuff because I remember having Canadian coworkers and when they came down to work with us here in the U.S., they're like, "Wait, you guys are shutting down for this little bit of snow?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like,
I,
"No."
I I I was in Texas once when they had a little bit of snow and freezing rain, and it was one of those where, in the morning, I at the client site, I jump into my car after, I get there on the flight overnight. I jump into the car the next morning, go to the building, and I show up and like there is nobody in the parking lot. And I wasn't all that early, but and the security guard comes running to the front door and has to unlock it for me. And I'm like, what is happening? And he's like, what do you mean, what is happening? There's a winter storm going on. Like, we're canceled. The facilities are closed. You shouldn't be on the roads. What are you doing out there? I didn't even notice. Like, it was just like, it was a little bit of
It was
snow.
rain. It's like a little bit of
For the
wet.
moment, I
Yeah.
thought I forgot I was in Texas. I just came. It was February. I came from Canada in the winter. Like it didn't even register to me that there was something going on, and they were completely shut down, and it blew my mind. So what I actually did is my rental happened to have been a Jeep. I went to my where I was working. Anyways, longer story than you needed, but my so what did I do? What did I spend the day doing, or at least the next couple of hours? The parking lot, if you've never been to it, the Texas Speedway, I think it was called. Anyways, we happen to be right near the NASCAR site. So I went to the parking lot of the NASCAR facility, and they have a massive parking lot because everybody brings their trucks and their trailers and everything, right?
Right.
I did donuts for the next couple hours. It was awesome.
Beautiful thing,
Giant
man.
paved thing covered in
Yeah.
ice. It
Oh,
was beautiful. I had so much fun.
amazing.
Anyways.
Amazing. Donuts are something I never tried a donut myself, but my brother's just
No.
finished getting his
Oh.
Mustang. He's like, let's go out and do some donuts. There's nothing like it. I was like, "Are you
It's
sure about
it's
this?" And
fun, eh?
it was a tighter spot than I would have liked to be in. I'm like, "Dude, you just got this. Are you
Yeah.
sure?" Like, "Yeah, I've done it a couple of times already." Like, "All right, oh, it is awesome. If you haven't done it, please try it in a safe." No, I take that back. Can we edit that?
Yeah.
I need like an editor. I need like a junior editor here
Yeah.
that can block things that are not safe. That was one of them. All right, friends, let's get to it. Gappers List this morning brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. Good morning over on YouTube. Good morning over on X. Good morning in our chat room. Good to have all you guys here joining us today as we get ready to kick off this trading day. So happy Thursday. So a couple of things here in the green, in the red, not a whole lot. It's been very balanced out this week. And I got to say, we had some really great, awesome opportunities. Now, me and Peter have not taken those awesome opportunities as much as we would like. But man, there's been some really good trading if you're watching a particular type of stocks, right? So I think that's going to continue today. Hopefully me and Peter today can get some really great trading at the market open from those tickers. But before we get to all of that, let's take a look at our U.S. economic calendar. Peter, I know you have so much on here. You was barely able to fit everything on there. It's all 8:30 that I see.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in fact, most of the data is all front end loaded here today. So we had the jobless claims, which used to be a huge market impact item, right? Like it would move the markets. But today you saw a little bit of a blip higher, and then it came right back. Jobless claims were lower than expected, both on the initial and continuing. You can see the actual numbers here, but statistically significant in the difference. So pretty much on target. The import price index actually came in. This is I don't know if they consider this a good or a bad number, but it came in at 0.4% when they're expected to be 0.1% contraction. So I guess that's seen as a positive thing. The export price index came in higher as well. The New York State Empire State, manufacturing index is also an interesting one that it was just significantly off the number. Now, this is like a rated scale. So, the zero point 0.8 versus 7.7 is a significant difference in expectation, but this number's all over the place. It goes anywhere from -9 to +20. Just based on their scale. So it's not really out of range that much. It's just not exactly what they were expecting. So in any event, I'm seeing the market go up a little bit in the short term. So I think that's good. We like to see an increasing market. And after yesterday, which was pretty much a down day right across the board, we saw almost everything sort of drop out of the open and keep going over the course of the day. That's probably good news. So, and from an economic calendar for the rest of the day, there's really not all that much going on. There's a couple other things that came out this morning. Sorry, yeah, Carlos, I'm throwing you all over the place. We had the Philly business condition Fed, business Philly Fed conditions come out. That was pretty much on target. What else did I miss on there? The Fed employment came out. That came out at a 9.7 versus the 13 on the scale. So, all this stuff is pretty much in range. Later this afternoon, we do have a number of Fed speakers that are out there. Again, Fed speakers don't normally move the market. It's tough to tell right now, of course, with the investigation that was launched by the executive branch against the Fed. It doesn't seem to be having much of a market impact, probably because the market doesn't know what to do with it. It's not, frankly, it doesn't affect economic policy, and therefore, Wall Street is not directly impacted by this. So, so far, we're seeing a pretty calm response, I think, from the markets, which is good, right? We don't want to see the markets go crazy as a result of that. But yeah, let's take a look at what's gapping, and we're gonna find some targets. I'm pretty confident for today. I don't know. I'm feeling good today. I don't know why, but despite the storm out there, I actually like weather, and I do have a doctor's appointment later, so I get to go drive in it, which is I love driving in bad weather. So I'm looking forward to just the drive to the doctor's
Same.
office.
I do enjoy some good driving on some bad weather. All right, friends, let's get to it. Markets right now reacting. You're seeing a little bit of a pop, nothing too crazy, but it is up almost 0.5% this morning. 1.2 million shares traded on the SPY so far. So yeah, there it is. It's doing some stuff. We'll see how it looks a little bit later. Let's dive into this list, friends. Let's start here with RILY. RILY here. RILY. Yeah, there it is. Got it right now. All right, so here it is. We are up 47%, 4.4 million shares traded on this one, guys. So it's got tons of volume. Clearly in play as far as the daily. We got a beautiful gap up. Not normally something we trade. Oh, it's a low flow stock. Has 16 million shares flow on top of that. So not sure I'm a fan of this one. But again, if you like low flow tickers, this one is in play today. Typically, I don't. They just don't fit my trading style. So if you're new to the channel and you constantly see that we just dismiss anything that's low flow for the most part, we might have something in our popcorn tickers. Like these two are low flows here. And this one is because my criteria of my strategy, and Peter's as well, it's just, we don't have a low flow strategy for these, right? So Peter, any news that might make this interesting?
And we were talking about that yesterday on these low floats. You can have a strategy. You just have to have different risk parameters generally than what we find comfortable for our trading. There's nothing wrong with it. You can trade these low floats. It's just, like we were saying, you can make money until you hit the big one that just wipes you out. And that's why you've got to have strict rules on it. So yeah, buyer beware. But anyways, on this RILY, which is actually BRC Group Holdings, I love when you get this news. We get this occasionally, and the stock always seems to jump up on the list. We always get this big gap. Like today, this is up 45%. Basically, they submitted their Q3 financials, which brings them back into compliance with the SEC reporting requirements and NASDAQ's continued listing requirements. So, that is basically the minimum bar to be a publicly traded stock. Submit your financial statements. And they basically have just done it under the wire, and apparently they're getting a lot of credit for that. So I feel like that's I don't even know. This is probably a bad analogy, but it's making my brain happy anyways. It's sort of like a spouse coming home and said, "Guess what, babe? I didn't cheat on you today." Are you expecting to get a reward for that? Like, that is the minimum relationship requirement I expect of you. I feel like the stock has basically said, guess what? I submitted my required paperwork to remain a listed stock. Okay, good for you. Way to go. Participation badge for you.
Hell no.
So,
it's
anyway.
not flying. Insane. All right, let's continue here. Next is on deck is OCUL. What's this? Ocular Therapeutics. Ocular Therapeutics is the name of the company here. And we are up 17%, 6.1 million shares traded. Look at the pop here last couple of weeks here. Actually, back in the beginning of December, beginning of December, had a nice pop up all the way to 16 from like 11. And now we're popping up from 10 or so to about 12. So also another, actually, no, this is not a low flow. The low flow is moved down. This is 186 million shares flow. So a much larger flow than the one we just looked at, Peter. Looks to be in play. What's the news this morning?
Well, back in September, they had a basically it wasn't hostile, but it was an unexpected takeover bid from Sanofi. That had come out and said, we want to buy you, and we're willing to pay $16 a share. And the company said, no thanks, not good enough. And so apparently they've been going back to the drawing board. It's taken them a while, hasn't it? But the rumor is that they're preparing an improved bid. No idea what it's going to be, but being that their previous bid was 16, of course you have to assume that this one will be higher. So that gives us at least a minimum bar target price for a takeover bid. So there's a good opportunity for Ocular to move here today. If you just look at that daily chart, we can see that it has been as high as $16 just back in December. And it could very well pop there again today, because again, we know that the new bid is going to have to be higher than that if it's an improved bid. So this one is actually more interesting than normally I would expect, especially being that it's only a rumor of a bid coming, and it might not come today, it might not come this week, right? Like it's tough to tell what specifically hit this disclosure. Somebody heard something that they were able to get to a news outlet, right? So it doesn't mean that that bid is going to happen right away. Remember, their last bid was September, so they don't seem to be in any hurry. But maybe now that it's come public, they might be afraid of a competitive bid. I don't know. But it might be worth watching, Carlos. Tough to tell. I mean, I love the volume. 6 million shares traded so far this morning and up 18%. Again, with another $3 on a $13 stock, it feels like this has got room if it chooses to move.
Yeah, I agree. Again, it could be in play here. Are you going to have it on your list? Maybe put it on a secondary?
For the moment, absolutely. I actually am going to add it. It'll be on a secondary list, but I'm going to add it there. I mean, if we get a lot of better stuff, I'll take it off. But I think it's worth watching because this is the type of news that could move it, especially being that we know what the pricing range is, right? Like that's a rarity. Like normally you don't get advance notice of what price it's probably going to go to.
Yeah, that's very true. So I like that one. I'm going to put it on a secondary list. Again, great volume this morning. 6.1, guys. There's tons of volume, and it's looking very good in the pre-market action at the moment. All right, on the secondary list, let's continue. Mr. Petrovic, welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. Good to have you. Thank you for joining the team there.
Welcome.
And enjoy all the benefits, perks, and videos, exclusive videos that we release to that community. And good luck today as we run another funded account for our members. I'm behind on the funded account emails because, Peter, yesterday, 1 o'clock, internet down on Verizon. So if you have Verizon in the Northeast area, we got hit with some, like, not an hour, just complete blackout on connection. All we had was SOS on everything. And it went on like that all night. It came back for a little bit, went away again. And then this morning I woke up at 4:25. It was still not working. I'm like, oh, wow, they got some serious issues. An hour later, so they did fix it. I ran to the stock to see, okay, is it doing anything? It didn't care. Or it just did not care at all because I think it's only Northeast. Matter of fact, when I looked at it yesterday, it went up. It had a beautiful day. So I don't know. But yeah, if you're in the Northeast area, same in Florida. Okay, so I didn't know it was that widespread. But
and any news on why? Like, what happened?
It's something big, man. They have not said anything on what took place, just that they were working on it. For it to take that long, it's got to be something serious. And they haven't said what it was. At least I haven't seen what it was yet. So it's crazy how you depend on your phone and everything. I was out running some errands, and my wife, I couldn't call my wife. She couldn't call me. We both have Verizon. And we both showed up to the school to get the kids because we were not in touch on who's going to go get them, So it was just fun. We just both showed up, and we finally like, oh, there you are. So it's just hilarious how important these phones are.
Officially, they're saying that the outage, Carlos, went from noon yesterday until 10 p.m. They said it was fixed at around 10 p.m., but you said you still saw it
this morning. Yeah, this morning I got on, and it was still SOS. Maybe it needed to update or something. I'm not sure. That's when I first grabbed my phone. But
you're right. They don't say what the cause was. They just say, we let many of our customers know that we are truly sorry for the outage. But yeah, it's well, at least they acknowledge that the outage happened, so that's something. But yeah, it's
yeah, it was
well, there
pretty.
you go.
I think even the communications in Washington is gonna have a word with them because it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So we'll see. All right. Let's continue, friends. What else we have here? So Verizon not really in play today. It looks like that's not going to affect. Investors don't care. AGPU is on the list here. Let's get to that one. AGPU, just messy. I don't see anything great on this thing here, guys. So we're up 12.4, 1.8 million shares traded, but I don't see anything I like on this one, man. We're going to roll the truck very quickly. But Peter, anything you like on this?
Axe Compute is the name of the company. I don't think we've ever seen this on our list before. They have a sponsorship agreement for the Sequire Investor Summit in Puerto Rico. Okay. This has got to be a low float then. Yeah, it is. Okay. For news like that to move a stock, it can only be a low float. But anyways, yeah, this move highlights its focus on AI-driven cancer therapies for this Axe Compute. They're inventing new terms, Carlos. Sometimes when I read these things, I'm reading this press release and they say it's highlight on AI-driven cancer therapies. I'm like, what is an AI-driven cancer therapy? And then they go on to say how it's boosting investor visibility amid growing interest in AI health tech. It's a whole invented sector of the market, AI health tech. Anyways, I don't even know what that means. I'm still not sure what they do, but it's making their stock jump. No, thank you. I'll move on. You already put it in the garbage truck.
Oh, yeah. So we're on its way to the garbage there. Continuing here, we have Pen. So Penn this morning up 13%. I don't think we ever looked at this ticker. What is this? The float on this is 37 million, so a little bit on the lower side, but it is up here 13%. No volume whatsoever. So 278,000 shares traded. This is not looking good at all. That's not great. Higher price stock with low volume like that. The spread is probably not going to be pretty even at the market open. And again, lower float. Yeah, not a fan at all, Peter.
Well, Penn is a company that focuses on thrombectomy. And apparently, Boston Scientific wants to become the world leader in thrombectomy. So they're going to acquire Penn. We all know Boston Scientific, of course, a company, by the way, that has done lots of really cool stuff over the years. Huge R&D arm, right? They've invented all sorts of things. But what do we know them for? Dancing robot dogs. That's what we
That's
all know
right.
them for. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Dancing robot dogs. I think that's what we all know them for. And yeah, they have some. Oh no, is that Boston Dynamic? Oh, is that a different company? Ah, damn. That's what I thought we were talking about. Maybe this is a different company altogether. Never mind.
Oh man, I was
Thanks,
getting ready to
John.
put I was getting ready to pull up the website. I want to see the
Yeah,
dancing
I
dog,
was
but
I was all
I was
excited. I thought that's who we were talking about. But you're right. It actually is Boston Scientific Corp, which presumably is something different.
that's different. Yeah.
Maybe you're right. All right, my bad. I gave them credit for the dancing robot dogs, and it's not even them.
Yeah.
Uh, they're a biomedical. No, see, that's not as much fun. Thanks, John. See, I got corrected quickly. That's
Yeah.
why it's good having a community. They'll
I
keep
mean,
you honest. Whether it's
there's not that
about
much.
self,
Yeah, there's not that much great
we
stuff that comes out of Boston besides John and a couple of sports teams. So I don't blame you, man. Just kidding, John. We love you, man.
John, John, apparently we got him in like a day-long debate yesterday with self-driving vehicle technology. But in any event, we won't go back there. Poor guy. He was
Yep.
but yeah, anyway, so thanks for the correction, John. All right, so it's not them. However, Penn is being acquired. It's a big deal, though. I mean, this is a $17.5 billion deal, I think. So they say that they're going to buy them at $374 a share. So that's above the price, but it looks like we found a price that we're going to settle at. Normally, a stock price goes right below the acquisition price. Here, it's like $20 below, but this is a much higher priced stock per share than we normally see. So that still feels in range, I guess. Either way, these aren't usually tradable, right? It just gets to a level that it's going to hold at because it takes a long time for the deal to close, and it's not going to move now because we already know what the purchase price is going to be. So.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone, friends. All right, not much more coming off this gappers list. We only have one, and it's really a possible. Nothing really looking great. Last two here, QMCO. Go ahead, Peter.
Your list is so much shorter than mine today. I'm not sure what makes the difference, but
Oh, let me refresh. We'll
normally
refresh it.
my list is a lot closer to yours. But no, it's
Yep, this is what I got. What do you guys got?
how do you
Somewhere
refresh
else.
that?
I just reload the browser.
Oh, you're not doing it in the app. Okay.
No, I'm not doing the app. No.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
Yep. So, QMCO is next. QMCO is on here. We're up 9.2. This is Quantum Corporation, 237,000 shares traded, and you can see here the nice little move we're getting. Nothing crazy, no big volume. So not sure if this is going to continue or if it has any significant news behind it, but it is up 9.2, Peter, given how low the price is. Anything good? We haven't traded Quantum, me and you, in a long time. So not sure we're going to start today. At least this one doesn't look like it's going to be a big one, but who knows?
Yeah, they're not on my earnings list, but they released some preliminary data that said that they had 72.7 million of revenue in the third quarter, which is exceeding the high end of their guidance. So they haven't formally released their numbers, but they basically gave a heads up that yeah, it's going to look good. So I think that's why they're moving higher. Probably not enough to trade on. Quantum. Quantum has, we've talked about Quantum a lot, obviously, and they sometimes move, they sometimes don't. They like yesterday. If I look at, I was sort of peeking back and forth between Quantum because there was so much stuff that had dropped on the day. Quantum actually had a relatively good day, so
Yeah.
the stuff was moving a little bit higher.
All right, so there it is, friends. Pick your favorite. I don't see. Well, the only thing I see right now with QMCO, which is on our list, and QBT is that they've been just stuck going sideways here, consolidating. QMCO looks the better one, but if you look at it, Rigetti and some other ones, they've just been hitting this level of resistance. So if it can break out from that, maybe that could be good. But I think you need the next headline. You need the next big headline. We need NVIDIA CEO Wang. Hang, whatever his name is. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Wang, yeah.
Jensen Wang to do something. He's got to say something, right? I don't know. But we need the next big headline on this, and we haven't got it. We had it from September. We were doing great, and it's just been quiet. So we need the next big thing to happen here. All right, let's LRCX. This is Lam Research. We are up 1.8 this morning, 434,000 shares traded. 1.2 billion would it be there is the float on this one, so massive. Today, 434,000 shares traded, so not a whole lot. I don't know if this is going to day trade very well. Let's take a look at the daily from yesterday. Yeah, this massive float does not seem to trade very well, and there's definitely very low volume throughout the entire day. So you're not going to get much in the pre-market. The pre-market doesn't get a lot of volume like we're seeing now, but maybe some news, Peter, behind it.
Yeah, and it's relating to one of the tickers that I wanted to talk about. So first, they got a couple of upgrades today. They were upgraded by Wells Fargo with a $250 target price. They also had an initiated coverage by RBC Capital Markets with a $260 price. So that drives it up. And that view seems to be supported by the fact that they also announced that they are seeing greater contract demand and a bigger backlog, partly because their partner, TMC, Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, Taiwan Semiconductor is expecting to spend more because they also had a strong quarter. So that brings it. So yeah, LRCX, not one that I've ever looked at to trade, so I don't know what to expect of it, Carlos. The volume seems a little low this morning. Like you said, massive float on this thing, and only to trade 400,000 shares. Not that interesting. You might be better off to look at Taiwan Semiconductor, which seems to be the source of the news. They had earnings this morning. They beat their numbers in the quarter. They delivered results above analyst expectations, and on top and bottom line. And they announced a pretty hefty $6 per share dividend. So that's a nice little dividend. So not only are they making more money, they're willing to give a bunch of it back to shareholders, and they announced increased spending, which is in turn causing an increase in partners like LRCX. I also see Applied Materials on the list, ASML, right? A lot of the smaller partners that sort of are tied to the supply chain that Taiwan Semiconductor controls are moving. Now, it's also moving the entire semiconductor sector, because we have to remember that Taiwan Semiconductor they are actually the production facility for, I don't know what the number is, but a significant percentage of the world's chip supply. They don't necessarily own the patents or develop them, right? That's what NVIDIA and AMD and Intel do. But who actually physically makes them? Taiwan Semiconductor in a lot of the cases. So that's they've got a pretty massive business in doing that. And so when they go higher, the market listens. It's oddly, it's always been odd to me that it isn't the greatest trading stock. It doesn't trade all that well, but it's certainly a powerhouse in the sector. So when it moves, the rest of the sector listens. So a good day for Taiwan Semiconductors, a good day for semiconductors overall. So yeah, I'm going to be watching my usuals, of course, but know what's driving it, and that seems to be TSM.
All right, you got it. Yeah, people are mentioning MU, but as Peter mentioned, that's the breakdown you're getting it from that one. I like personally, obviously, NVIDIA and AMD.
MU, look at MU's. Yeah, I just look at what it did yesterday, because every once in a while these things will move. Now that being said, yeah, I mean, look, that price act, that's pretty ugly. But that being said,
nice.
You just flip over to like NVIDIA yesterday, right? So if you that's not pretty either. So
besides that first initial drop, everything else is sideways.
Yeah,
it's nothing. Yeah.
Unlike AMD actually was a great trading stock yesterday. That's where I got pretty much all my trades on. Those two highs and the pullbacks, those were great moves right in there. But it all happened between about 11 and 12:30 when all the excitement happened. So that's
Yeah.
but it was good to me. Very, very good to
Yeah.
me.
Nice. So since we went right into semis, right? I am gonna, and we cover our gap up list for the most part. Nothing else on there. I am gonna add some of these on here, like for example, what's one you mentioned? AMD, MU. I'm gonna add those. MU not so much, but I'm gonna add some of the semis to this list here. Now, Peter, you're right. My list probably off because I was looking at TSM. TSM should be on this list. It's up 5.5, 3.3 million shares traded. So it should be on here. Do you have that one on yours?
It's on my list, yeah.
Oh.
That's why I noticed, because I noticed Applied Materials, AMAT, ASML, sorry, and TSM are all here, including Micron, Broadcom. They're all sitting on my list. So
something's off on my gappers list. We'll have to check that out. Maybe some filter.
Not sure why.
I don't know. All right, we'll check that out. All right, Peter, since you have that, any other tickers you like off that list this morning?
Just one for entertainment, a ROLR. I saw it on your list. It's actually on mine too. ROLR. Remember these guys from yesterday? High Roller.
Yes. Yeah.
And we were watching it just for fun, and it was entertaining. I mean, this thing halted, I don't know, like a dozen times yesterday, and it was pretty rough at the open. Like, look at that rough, but if you stuck with it, this is the thing about the low float, high risk stocks, right? Like you can't say it didn't eventually give a move, but don't be fooled by these candles, right? Like this is a $20 stock that a lot of these 5-minute candles that you're looking at in Carlos's screen are $2 wide. Like that's a 10% move on the stock in a matter of minutes, and sometimes it's faster than that. But this thing was halting. It would move, it would drop, it halt. It would go up, it would halt. It was just halting all day. It was a little crazy, but eventually it got over $30, and that's a stock that we were looking at what 12, $14 or something, right, at this time yesterday. So it gave entertainment value.
It sure did, man. And again, the news it's got big news. I won't be surprised if it's in play today again. It already has 4.4 million shares traded. Right, they're doing some an exclusive betting deal with predicting markets with Crypto.com, which is big. So it's for them, it's huge, and it could be in play today. Just be very, very careful. This is one of those moments, Peter, where this stock could be like 300 at the year. And should we buy a couple of thousand shares? What are you thinking?
Oh, you heard
it first. Or are we gonna come back and say, "Ah, man, we could have went in and we missed it"? It's gonna be one of those.
Well, you know what? You were advocating that yesterday, Carlos. You said we should just buy 100 shares, and I was watching it. And after you'd said that, it dropped like $3 or $4 or something, and we're like, "Oh no, that was crazy." But if you'd stuck with it, right? Like if it was to the moon or bust,
2,000,
you could have doubled your money.
By
the end of the day. So I don't know. I just
Madness.
I can't do it. Like there's people making money off of it. There's people losing money off of it. It's just it doesn't fit my risk profile. Again, there's nothing particularly wrong with it. It's just you've got to have very strict rules. You've got to know what you're doing and be able to stick to those. Because again, there'll be times where you'll make big money. There'll be times where you'll lose big money. And the only way you don't go bankrupt when you have those big losing days is by having strict rules and sticking to them. So.
Yeah.
Anyways,
absolutely. All right, just checking on my gap up list. But anything else that you have?
Yeah, a couple of gap up things. We did have more banks that were reporting. I mean, it's always tough because the banks are usually jumping around here. But we've got the banks always come in over 3 days, right? And now it's day 3 of the 3 days. So we get the laggards, which is Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and BlackRock. BlackRock BLK is the one that's green right now. All three, as you would expect, all banks always beat their numbers. They beat their numbers in the quarter. Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are gapping down a little bit. The banks have had sort of a tumultuous couple of days, frankly, because it started with JP Morgan that reported and had good numbers. despite taking that $2.2 billion reserve loss because of that risk portfolio they bought from Apple Pay. But yeah, we're seeing banks drop. I know people traded them short 2 days ago. They didn't have a great day yesterday, so I don't know what to do with the banks here, frankly, because it's just not, it's almost the opposite of the those low float, high risk stocks. They tend to be slow movers. But they have been giving movement. I just not following my patterns. So, anyways, just know
Yep.
the reporting continues on the banks. If you don't mind trading them, then you might have some interest.
All right.
Look at
There
that
you go,
snowfall.
friends.
I'm looking out the window at the snow,
Yeah.
Carlos. It is
It's just coming
it's still
down.
white out there.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of rain. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow later this weekend, I think, but nothing too significant. But I won't be here for that. I'm going to be in Florida, and hopefully it's warm out there. So looking forward to that.
You
All right.
Anybody
Yep.
that doesn't live in a snow belt may not appreciate. I always like evaluating. You can tell immediately who parks in a garage and who parks out in the street based on how much snow there is on their car. Days
Yes.
like today is when you go out and like it drives me insane. People that don't clean their car. I know I've mentioned this before, but people clear the snow off your car. If you're going to buy a big SUV and you can't reach the roof, that's a you problem. Clean the snow off the car. I wish we gave more tickets out for people that didn't do that because I can't tell you the number of times I've been following one of these people and they hit speed and then the big like the giant roof of snow flies off their car and smashes into my windshield. And I'm like, that just drives me insane, right? You made it my problem and it's not my problem because I cleared my car.
That's it,
Anyways,
man.
yeah.
Keep your problems to yourself. Yes, I'm all for that. I
Or
love
you're,
that. Keep your problems to yourself. This is one of them. You know?
especially when you
It's,
can clear your back window, like just clear your back window. Like,
yeah.
but leaving the snow on the roof ends up on the back window, and then you can't see, and you don't know what's going on. And anyways, what?
The worst part, Peter, is when it's not a big piece that comes off. It just keeps like coming off slowly, so it's like it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the flurries coming
Yeah,
off, and it goes on
yeah,
forever. So there it is. That's the Peter rant for
yeah.
today, my friends. Get off my lawn. Keep your
There you go.
problems to yourself. Heard it here first or a couple of times by now. All right. I did fix the gappers list. I just refreshed. I didn't do any settings changing. I don't know what happened, but here
Oh,
it is.
there
We
you
got the
go. Now
full
it looks like
list
mine.
now,
Yeah,
and there we are. We got AMD, AVGO, like you mentioned, a couple of
all
all these.
sorts of things on there.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna fix my tech list a little bit as far as what I'm gonna put on there because now that I see the entire list, I might want to add like a AVGO or something like that. We'll figure it out. But let's go to what's gapping down. First couple of tickers here. We'll do the first top three. Actually, this is very easy. It's not that many if you think about it. Look at all the stuff that's with silver and just mining. We got PSLV, AG, we got HL. So they're all swinging the other way. US minerals, rare minerals, I think is this one. So you got everything just kind of swinging the other way. So it's not really a whole lot. I'm going to skip those and try to go through some other ones. Peter, you want to give just an update on what's happening with silver before I skip those?
Sorry, I'm being
Yeah,
harsh with a member that says, but I can't reach the roof of my SUV. I'm still going on the snow thing.
that's
Yeah.
for that member.
I got no sympathy for it. You can't reach the roof of it. Don't buy the car. That's part of the condition. Leave it parked then. You can't drive in the snow because you can't effectively manage it safely. Anyways, all right. Enough being an ass. I'm just being an ass with it. Look, we're getting finally. It's a day, Carlos, where I can say, or I can't say, that we are making a new all-time high in silver. We're actually gapping down today. Heaven forbid, right? I mean, we're down about 5%, 4.9% right now from yesterday's close. Um, but that's not a big deal. Again, we've been remarking how silver has been on just a remarkable run, and the silver stocks have been gapping higher. Today, yeah, you can see them all on the gap down list. I mean, keep it all in perspective. It's yeah. See, like we're not even back to the level we were at on Tuesday, so
Yeah.
it's all very manageable. But Silver prices have been an awesome. If you've been swing trading silver, then you are a happy camper because yeah, your asset has appreciated quite significantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, all right, continuing here. The next one is again we a lot of silver on there. BSX. What is this? This is we just spoke about this. Didn't we just speak about Boston
We did.
Scientific? How did it come back to this list? What
Well,
happened?
because this is me misidentifying Boston. What's the actual then? If they're not Boston Scientific,
Dynamics. Oh,
they're Boston Dynamics. Oh
Got
yeah,
it.
that's right. That
Got
was
it.
me.
Okay.
That was my bad. That's right.
Oh, so they're also on
Boston
here too.
Dynamics.
Then they're down this morning. 5.7, 555,000 shares
Well,
traded.
anyways,
What's
Boston
going on here?
Dynamics has nothing to do with any news today. That was completely a me problem. I created that confusion. Boston Scientific is the company that's buying Penumbra, which was Pen, that we looked at on the Gap Up list. So this is pretty
Yep.
typical,
Yep.
right? The company that's being acquired, their stock price goes up on the news that they're being bought. The company that's doing the buying has to spend the cash and make the integration and everything, and their stock price goes down. And that's exactly what we're seeing. So that's why BSX is here because they've put in that here it says 14 and a half. Anyways, it's somewhere between 14 and a half and 17 and a half billion dollar bid for, I guess it's 14 and a half billion for Penumbra.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. All right, friends, let's continue on here. Well, we got Andrew saying hi on X. You know what I like about X is that you can play the stream without having to minimize it like you do on YouTube. Now, I don't know if that's because I have a verified account, but that's pretty nice that you could do that. Could you have if you have a regular account like Ben, Mr. David? Can you do that? If you could, that's pretty cool because YouTube doesn't like to do that. You got to have your phone always open, and sometimes you just want to hear it, right? So I wonder if X allows you to do that. So that's one positive thing there. Continuing here, let me know if you guys could do that there. Continuing here, PSOV Silver TCOM was in play yesterday. Was my trade yesterday. That gave us the win for the day here. 3 points down, 3.6 this morning. 782,000 shares traded. So the weakness continues here, Peter, as we are moving lower on TCOM. Did try to recover. This is the trade that we took into the open. Oh, what happened there? Okay, they try to recover, failed, and then here we have the drop this morning. I think the volume is going to continue to die down. Like this is not normal trading volume. 34 million for them. If you look at the daily, I mean, you can barely see the bars. They look flat, right? There's nothing happening here. So I think they're just going to go back to the regular trading style and not being played today. I don't like it this morning. I think the fun was yesterday. A little bit of fun was yesterday.
Agreed. And there's nothing new. If you remember yesterday, the news was that the Chinese regulators have opened an antitrust suit against Trip.com, which is called Trip.com, which is apparently China's Expedia. So it's if we didn't get trading fun yesterday, you're not going to get it today. I don't expect anything quick to happen. I mean, regulators are regulators anywhere in the world. They don't move all that fast. So it's probably going to be a while until we get anything new.
Okay, there it is. So we'll leave that alone. And checking this list here, what else? I think that's pretty much it. Peter, anything you like off this gap down list this morning we haven't covered yet? That's made up mainly of silver.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of silver, like you said, unless most things are gapping up today. The Chinese stocks are down overall. So Baba, Baidu, Billy, JD, PDD, all those ones that we like in that sector. I have not found good trading on these in quite a while. So I don't usually spend a lot of time paying attention to them. Oh. But I thought I'd mention them. Other things that are gapping down. Apple's always going the opposite direction of the market. It just went red, whereas almost again all the other Magnificent Seven stocks are green. So yeah, it's moving down. And one that I have to say is sort of down, although it's green, is Netflix. Netflix had another sad showing yesterday. It's once again below $90. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for it to, uh, give us the, I don't know, give us that news, I guess. What's happening with Warner Brothers? Close the deal already, or decide that the deal is off. One way or the other. But
Right,
it
something.
just feels like this thing is dragging on, and it's not a good thing for the stock. So.
Yeah, I agree. Continuing here, we have. I think that's pretty much it, Peter. Anything else? If not, we'll go to the chat room and see what they like this morning.
The heck is going on here? No, I really don't have anything else. Let's go to the chat.
All right, friends, let's do it. All right, chat room. Let's see what you guys like this morning. Looking at our chat here. Picture in picture works without a verified account. Very nice. That's a great feature. Great feature to have. CRWV. Let's take a look. CRWV. Oh, CRWV. Said it right, typed it wrong. Here it is. We are up 4.6, 1.1 million shares traded. Yeah, CoreWeave, and again, a lot of these tech companies seem to really be in play, with TSM leading the way today. Now, Peter, I know we spoke about a few of these. Are you going to watch TSM? I know it's not a ticker that we normally trade, but man, they're rocking today with 3.5 million. You going to watch them? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I will.
I'm going to put TSM on here. And what's your secondary
OCUL,
chip ticker?
OCUL. You've already got it there.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like that's the main chip company you're watching today, or do you have something else like AMD, NVDA?
No, yeah, it won't be the main one. I mean, I'll still stick with AMD and NVIDIA just because I know they're consistent players for me. But I will keep an eye on Taiwan Semiconductor today. Yes.
Yeah, AMD and NVIDIA both look good today. Like I was trying to pick one out of the two. They both look great. I'm just gonna go with the one I traded the most. Is NVIDIA, so I'm gonna go with NVIDIA today. But they both look really good pre-market, especially. So I'm going with NVIDIA right now, and then we can always add things later. Okay, CoreWeave we have on the secondary here. What else? CoreWeave also looks good, friends. So if you want to add that, I'm gonna put it on the secondary list for now. Just to check in on how it's doing. PLTR had a couple of good days, but lately I don't know, man. It's been a hit or miss. I know they had a great day. It was like 3 days ago. I can't remember, but yesterday was not all that, and today I don't see anything blockbuster on it. If you look at this daily, it's just getting stuck within a range. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for this morning. And then the Microsoft and Meta and Babas of the world pre-market, we're not gonna see anything pre-market. It's usually the case with these tickers, but they can put in a really nice day. Look at Meta yesterday, right? Look at the pre-market, by the way. This is what I mean. It's just nothing happening. Nothing. And then you get this beautiful sell-off, right? So if you watch them on a regular basis, you can continue to do that. Same thing with Microsoft. Gets you nothing pre-market. There's nothing happening. Yesterday, look at the beautiful sell-off. So today, same thing. Not much going on this morning on it. So for those, keep an eye on it. I do like when they're in play, but right now I can't tell if they're going to be doing anything or not. Let's take a look at one more, then we'll head over to community events and announcements. It's going to be Baba. Baba is starting to look much better. I got to tell you, this daily, you can see it coming alive here. Now, I know it's not the greatest stock in the world here, but, when it does trade well, there is some opportunities. I do like to trade the stocks. My favorite Chinese ticker, as you guys know. But look, the last couple of days, we've been getting better moves. So this morning's pre-market action, 779. Also, those better moves, as you can see, are you could tell the volume is the one to credit here. Are you getting more volume? So when you start doing that, and opposed to doing this, and it's not by much too. It's like just either a little bit higher. I can't tell exact percentage, but it's not by much. But just that little bit creates these nice daily candles. So I like it. I will put it on my secondary list to see if anything can break out of it today. But not going to be on the primary list at the moment. So Baba on the secondary. What else, friends? SanDisk. As we mentioned, SanDisk is just one of these tickers that is nice to look at. Day trading, I don't find them to trade very well. But man, they continue 412. That's $412 on SanDisk, a stock that was $40 just in like August. Just wild. Continues to go higher here. I mean, they're just crushing it. Unbelievable. So if you do like that one, definitely watch it. But this is their market. This is their market open, and this is what they look like in the intraday. That's not pretty to me. Like, I cannot trade this, and the volume is extremely low. Like, if you haven't seen it trade live, pull up this ticker and look at the action at the market open. It's not pretty when you're trading this low volume. So for those reasons, you're out. Sound like the Shark Tank, or I'm out, but you're out. I don't know, whatever you want to say. All right. TSM we have on deck already. What else? Anything else, friends? Okay, we'll call it here. Peter,
If it,
webinar tonight. Yes, I have a trading terminal webinar tonight at 7 p.m. Trading terminal webinar. So definitely join for that. I'll share the link a little bit later with you guys. You guys can join us there. Peter, you had something? I'll let you drink your water because you're not in the
I'm
movie.
just
So I know
I'm
that
just
bottle has
joking here.
actual water, and
I
I don't
got
want you
something.
to choke.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
vodka.
exactly.
Giant. Um. Oh my goodness. I have anything? No, nothing we haven't talked about. I see you covered CoreWeave. You talked about Baba. Yeah, I mean, there's some of the ones that people are mentioning. There's a interesting CoreWeave's got this class action lawsuit against it, alleging security violations that they released false and misleading statements to the market. I don't know. I don't know how many of these cases are actually won. It feels like that would be hard to win unless it's egregious. And I don't know. I mean, anyways, these things seem to happen all the time. If you're publicly traded, somebody's going to feel damaged by your stock, especially if your stock isn't, just skyrocketing. You notice these court cases never happen when a stock is winning. It's only if it's had a significant pullback that these cases happen.
That's
So,
true. I don't see nobody complain. Say, hey, you only said you was gonna make 10%. You made 20. I'm gonna sue you.
right.
Like, yeah, you never see that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Never see that. It's only when people feel that they've lost money, right? So, anyways, it's makes me a little jaded about the whole process. I mean, they may be right. I have no idea. I don't know exactly what the company said and what the suit alleges, other than the high level. But I don't. It doesn't seem to be affecting CoreWeave's stock, anyways, despite the fact this suit is underway. But if
Yeah.
you feel aggrieved, you can contact the DJS Law Group, and they'd be happy to add you to their class action suit. You
Awesome
have to have
stuff.
held the stock, by the way, between March 28th and December 15th of last year. If
And
you
and
did,
and,
you can join the
and,
suit.
and good luck getting the pay. I'm still waiting for Apple to send me $75 for easing in on me for 10
Yeah.
years for listening in. So whatever. Okay, friends, here it is. If you want to access the webinar, I'm getting a lot of questions on it. So the trading terminal webinar tonight is going to be right here, right? 7 p.m. tonight. It's a beginner's webinar about levels. So if you come over here and you click on that, it's going to bring you here to this beautiful page. I'll copy the link and send to you here as well, so you have it. And you can see what's coming up. So tonight is going to be identifying key levels and chart patterns, and then you can see what's coming up for the rest of the days here and what's scheduled. Okay, so definitely take a look at that. All right, Peter, it's going to take you through what's happening in our community at Bear with Traders. So you just head over there, click on webinars, and you can see what's coming up for BBT.
Yes, indeed. What is it? Thursday today, which means we do our mentorship sessions, and we have the usual slate of mentorship sessions, which makes them reliable and very effective at sharing data and information. So Lenny and Jared are doing sessions at 11 and 12 respectively. Trend trading is Lenny's at 11, and at noon we talk options with Jared. Oh my goodness! And then tonight I had this delicious egg sandwich on some sourdough bread, Carlos. And I feel like I've got a piece of sourdough bread stuck somewhere in my throat and it won't go away. And it's really bothering me. So my apologies.
That's painful. Yeah.
Anyways, it won't dislodge. In any event, and then we've got a couple webinars this evening. So we have another mentorship webinar, the usual one with Thor, that's happening at 8 o'clock. That's in the webinar room, Bearable Traders, for all of our elite members. And then, as Carlos pointed out, he's got a webinar that's happening tonight. It's a free webinar on trading terminal in the Academy. You actually need to go to the webinars tab. You'll be able to see that on the left hand menu. Look for it, and you can find Carlos' webinar, which is happening at 7 p.m. right there in Trading Terminal. So hopefully you will join us for one or all of these 4 sessions that are happening today if you're an elite member. And if you're listening to us on YouTube or X and you want to see what the webinars are like, join Carlos. It's going to be a great session. It'll be some focused information on how to do technical analysis if you're getting started on your trading. So 7 o'clock Eastern. That's 3 hours after the market close, so don't miss it. That is, Carlos, what is that? That's like, what would that be, like 9.5 hours from now. So there you go, if you're interested.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um,
Anyways, as I usually remind you, if you want to be a Bearable Traders member, it's a great thing to do because it's good to be part of a trading community, especially a community of like-minded individuals. Go to bearabletraders.com. You can get the different membership options right there from the intro right through the elite annual. They're all good deals and well worth it to be part of a community and to be able to actively participate each and every day, get the insight. I mean, you only see a part of what happens in this community here on YouTube, and we do that to help others get familiar with what we do and the value that we provide. But if you want the full Monty, that doesn't sound right. Anyways, if you want the full experience, you definitely want to be a member and join the Bearable Trading community directly and be part of that chat room. So hopefully you will join us there. But if you are out on X and YouTube, give us the friendly thumbs up, the like, whatever it is to help support the community and the channel. We appreciate that. All right, Carlos, we're running a little bit behind. We got to hand over to the room. Look at Andrew, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed there in the office. It's great to see him. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. All right, friends. Well, actually, I'm just gonna do levels on TSM and NVIDIA, so we'll do that very quickly. It doesn't take long. That's the only two I have on my list, and they're gonna be easy. If I could type here TSM, there it is. TSM high of the pre-market, which is your all-time highs, I believe. Let's just confirm that. If we go back here, and yeah, it is. It's got to be for sure. All-time highs 349.99. It's like I'm selling you something. Low of the pre-market is going to be down at 355.02, and once you do that, you are pretty set on TSM highs and lows for the last 2 trading days towards the bottom. And the next I'm going to have is NVIDIA. NVIDIA surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. High of the pre-market 186.64 and the bottom 183.51. Let me mute Andrew here. Okay, mute Andrew there. And that's pretty much it. Once you look at the bigger picture, guys, you're surrounded by everything highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. You don't really have to do that much on that. Other than that, friends, we are set to go. Andrew and Brian already in their chat, and we're going to continue here on YouTube with you guys. And let me just get my 1 minute, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. I didn't even see the time get up so late on us. What did we do? We didn't even rant today that much.
What? Like, no, I think I ranted quite a bit.
That was a quick rant. We were going to get into Greenland. We were going to get into all the other stuff, and and I guess we have no time. We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, remember my New Year's resolution. I'm trying to avoid conflict. Don't get me going.
I know you are, Peter, but man, the headlines are not making it easy for you to do that. They're really pushing you as far as they can.
Oh my goodness! I mean, with Denmark and Sweden sending troops into Greenland, and of course the statements coming out of the White House. It's there's a lot going on out there in the world. Anyways, but none of that seems to affect the markets because, frankly, that's not
markets don't
economic.
care. Somehow they don't care. It's just
markets just doing its thing.
Wow, up. It is crazy. Look at this, all-time highs right now. No, not yet. We're pushing, but actually we're pretty close. We're getting a nice little run here now, though, on the SPY. Look at that. It's pretty nice. What else are we adding on here? I only got TSM and NVIDIA.
We only got a minute to figure it out. There's my alarm. Tesla is, I don't know, it's real choppy here right before the open. But I'm going to see what happens there. Yeah, I got Taiwan Semiconductor. I'm keeping an eye on this Oculus, OCUL. That was the other one that we looked at. Ocular Therapeutics, sorry. That's the one that's...
30 seconds to market open.
In the news.
New Year's resolutions are overrated. No, I don't think so. Me and Peter have opinions on that. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. We'll get into that. That's a good conversation. Yeah.
We're coming into the open here. Absolutely. What don't we have opinions on, though, Carlos?
Agreed. All right, here it is.
Okay, guys.
Seconds.
3, 2, let's go. We're going into the open. There's the opening bell. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that.
All right, friends.
Immediate. Oh my God, what is happening with the Tesla's popping up hard
It's so
right
hard
at
not
the
to watch
open?
Tesla. Like I didn't put it on the list, but how can you not watch this madness? It's just
Yeah.
$3 pop, friends. $3 pop. All right, let's
Yeah.
MU AMD
NVIDIA popped here, and now it's back.
AMD SPH popcorn ticker SPHL. Uh, Not quite. If anything,
Interesting.
roller.
Interestingly, the market that was moving higher into the open. Look at the big red candle here since at the opening bell.
Mm,
So
yeah, yeah.
so that's interesting. Uh,
See what
we've
we
got
got here.
PLTR that popped higher right at the open.
Yep, yep. PLTR. Wow. We're
Oof.
loving and golfing.
Oof. All right, looking at what do we got? We got a ramp up of orders here on NVIDIA to the top side. Should have taken some long
Yeah.
on that pullback. Tesla pulling
Nothing.
back.
Nothing yet, friends. Nothing yet. Andrew Long, AMD, 1 minute ORB breakout. He's so good at those, man. He really is. I don't
I know.
recommend the 1 minute ORB to a lot of people when they start out, but he is a master at reading this price
It's a,
action, man.
it's a
And
hard
just look at
trade.
that.
Yeah.
Look at that entry.
Yeah.
It's just textbook. So he is awesome. He knows how to pick them. Look at this one here. Go, friends. If you want to see Andrew trade live with Brian, you
Yeah.
could do so. They're in chat room. Head over to babytrades.com. There's Andrew. There's Brian, and you can see these guys do their thing. We need to get them to come to do the open here one day. Stream the open to you guys.
231. Man, he got like a $4 move. He's all the way
It's
up
wild.
there.
It's wild. Whose kid is this? Like they say, like we used to say when we were younger. Whose kid is this, man? This is a beautiful thing. All right, let's continue.
Wow.
AMD, NVIDIA is trying to do something. AMD pulling back a little bit now. NVIDIA, and I got TSM. Why is TSM on here twice? I think I meant to put Tesla because I am watching Tesla now. And MU, yeah, it's gone now, man. Though, but yeah, it would have been hard to take though, cause it looks a little bit messy. But yeah, look at the engulfing there, the breakdown below the VWAP on MU, and yeah, it's doing the move.
Wow. It's big overlapping candles here on Tesla.
Just reorganizing my list, guys. Give me 1 sec. As you're doing this, it goes blank. I'm gonna move Core Weave up. Since I don't have many, I could move Core Weave up as well to my primary.
445 on Tesla looks like the number, but and there's a lot of topside orders on NVIDIA, but it's struggling to move here. Baba is dropping.
NVIDIA, we're coming up on the 5 minute mark in about 30 seconds, friends. So maybe some 5 minute ORBs will be in place. So just watching, searching, seeing what's out there. But NVIDIA is holding here. And you're right, Peter. We got a lot of topside orders on NVIDIA. I see that on Market Atlas. And
Yep.
that could be a good one. That could be a nice 5 minute ORB. So let's see. You can enter now and anticipate, or you can wait and see if things look a little bit better, if the setup are setting up here.
Yeah.
Look at
The
Shannon
market's not
McCreeve
feeling
7.
us.
Look at this guy. He's like, these guys here are clowns. Well, hey man, we're happy to entertain you. Stick around. If we're making you laugh and if you're a clown, stick around, baby.
Are you not
Stick around. Are you
entertained?
not entertained? Oh man, that's good. And yes, we see you actually said something pretty good, Andrew, and is much better at trading. That's for sure. So you actually have some sense in you. You're not completely off the wall. Um, all right, let's see here. See what happens. All right, NVIDIA. Let's see. If, actually, it's failing. It's not working the way I would like here. It's giving like a nice pullback. The 5-minute looks great. 5-minute looks awesome. If it can push up here above 187.13, could be a nice. Okay, it is maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't look good. But everything looks bullish on it, but it doesn't look like it wants to go up. It really does not. No, I'm not gonna ban him. No way. Why would I ban him? That would make me a hater. No, we're not gonna. No, I'm not a hater. No way, man. I'm not gonna ban him. I only ban people that if you spam the chat, then I'll ban you. But you don't have to agree with us, or like our trading. I'm not gonna ban you for that. People could have opinions, you know.
Yeah, nothing wrong
People
with
just
that.
people just gotta have thick skin. Like you can't be so soft that something like that. Let's say if you were not kidding, it says you was joking. But if you let that bother you, there are other issues that you have to work on, right? Because nobody should have enough power over you that something like that's gonna bother you, right? If you were serious, right? So that's all. And I love everybody, man. I'm a lover,
Yeah.
not a fighter.
Yeah, life's too short.
It really is, Peter,
Lover, not
man.
a fighter. That's funny
That's
because my wife says that about
yeah,
my daughter's dog, which is funny because he's just a big dog. But there's been a couple of instances where we've been in scary situations with other dogs, threatening dogs or wild animals or something, and he will run and hide behind me. And I'm like, I want him to protect me out in the forest. And my wife's like, that's not fair. He's a lover, not a fighter. And I'm like, all right. He does like everybody. Like I'm always
yeah,
convinced he chases wild animals. Like he loves to chase squirrels and rabbits and stuff, like a lot of dogs. But I'm convinced that if he ever like caught up with one, he really just wants to ask it if it wants to play. Like he wouldn't know what to do. I can't
yeah,
imagine him
yeah.
actually killing anything, but you never know.
Um, I think Nvidia's might engulf here, friends. If it does engulf, we got a 5-minute ORB that we can go to the bottom, and then below the VWAP, like it's at a perfect setup. So if we engulf here, I
Yeah.
might go short on it. Um, yeah, I had a Pitbull, man. And he was I can't say that word, but the P, you know what, ending with a Y, dog in the world. He was just a loving dog, but he was a Pitbull. So when people, the history with the Pitbulls is not good, but he was such
Yeah.
a P, man. It's just, everything scared him, but he was just loving, man. So he ran to people, to say hi to them, but people look at a Pitbull running at him and they're like, what's going on? They'll freeze up. All he wanted was to play, you know.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Big drop on well, not big, but a drop here on Tesla below the VWAP.
All right,
Um,
here, come on, NVIDIA, do something.
do something.
Do something. I like Tesla too. So right now for me, Tesla and NVIDIA are the two ones that I'm looking. Okay, NVIDIA's going the other way now. Might be a 5-minute RB break up. I like the setup both for long or short. If this can hold here, 187.13, here it is. That's a great 5-minute RB entry here, friends. What's the stop?
Mm.
A stop would be 186.65.
Are you in on this or are you
Nah, I'm not in on it yet,
just
man.
watching?
I'm concerned that we might get a rejection on it, so I'm not in on it. But that was an amazing push up here. It worked.
Wow, look at that. Look at Tesla pop back up here.
Look at that. Tesla back above the VWAP. NVIDIA actually did push higher. 180, 187.13 was the spot there. Baba and OCUL are not doing much. CoreWeave also breaking out. NVIDIA.
I'm watching here.
The risk to
NVIDIA.
reward didn't make sense for me on it. Anybody else having issues with trading view alerts and watch lists? I'm not sure. I don't use trading view, but their servers are running on Verizon. Verizon's issues are fixed now, so should be all right. All right, NVIDIA's pulling back. What else? What else? What else? TSM breaking above the VWAP here. This could be a nice VWAP breakout.
I was feeling left out of all the action, Carlos. So I actually just went short Tesla at VWAP. So we're getting a move now. So I'm taking a partial.
Very good. That's a good short. Yeah.
Where's my
great rejection here. Nice, nice, nice.
Gotta bring it up on the screen. Tesla. There's the short. We'll take another partial here. So there you go. So getting the short on Tesla.
Peter.
Not my typical trade, to be honest, but I was feeling like I was just sitting on the sidelines watching all this action. I know.
Here everything's moving, everybody's trading, and then we're like,
there you go.
What?
There's my
it happens, man. Okay, here it is. TSM. I'm going long TSM for the VWAP breakout. I'm trading these non-traditional tickers, man. TCOM yesterday, TSM today. Like, this is not normal. Careful on the share size, guys. I do have to give this quite a bit of room. And it moves a lot. So please, please careful. I'm taking very risk-averse size here for this one. So, all right. So we're long. Let's see if it can hold above the VWAP.
I'll admit that I did the same thing on Tesla. I took a relatively small size. I mean, it really only took about $1 risk on it. So, and I took half size, so like 100 shares. So it's not a big, huge trade here in Tesla, but
yeah. Well, I'm giving this thing like $2, so I'm being very, very careful with the size because, you know, it's TSM moves a lot, you know, so it moves a lot, so you don't need to take a boatload. So if I want to afford $2 stop loss, you gotta reduce the share size. That's all. That's all. That before used to scare me, like, oh man, $2. But if you think about it, it's not a big deal if you just risk the same amounts when you get to $2. But you know, when you first start trading out, it's a little bit tougher to do that.
I didn't quite get a partial. I was looking for a partial at 441 here on Tesla, and it got down really close within.
Hopefully it drops back down for you there, man.
Well, it says it went below 441, but I honestly didn't see it. So 440.99 is what it says it hit.
Could have just printed. That happened to me on was it TCOM?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yesterday, I just kept printing and it didn't really. At least I didn't see it go up there. So some of you guys say you got the partial.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, those. Yeah. And there was 2 spikes, right? Like 2 minutes in a row.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't get that. So.
Yeah.
I missed the first one. The second spike, it just appeared. I was watching at that time.
The market is moving higher. It's we're right on the edge of stopping me out here on Tesla. See if I can hang on. Oh my God, it's close. There we go. All right, I got stopped out on Tesla.
I must be a mystic. What is a mystic? I gotta Google that.
You're like psychic. You can
a mystic. I don't know. Definitely not.
Well, that was a short-lived trade on Tesla, but we made a couple of bucks.
Nice.
Buy breakfast.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I am long TSM, and it's just Probably gonna trade like T-Com. Very, very slow, and this might take a while. This might take a while. All right, so while this trade's developing, Peter, I'm gonna put your screen. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
It's Thursday, so I gotta take care of something here.
Oh, yeah, we know what he's got to do. People know what is Carlos going to do? See who's been watching regularly. Anybody? The garbage, exactly. He's got to take out the trash. You think one of these days Carlos is going to remember to bring it out early? I wonder if we should ask him. He's ever considered, or maybe you can't do that where he lives. Can you bring it out the night before? Like it's not a thing. Anyways. All right, guys, I'm just watching the markets here. I'm not tempted to go. I was thinking about going short on Tesla again, but I don't think that's a smart move. I got lucky on the first one. I'm not going to push my luck. I don't know where Tesla's going right now. NVIDIA, oof, that was the move higher. Don't tell Carlos, but he did miss the good trade opportunity on that long off of the VWAP. That was probably the best move I've seen this morning on anything, frankly. Um, yeah, a lot of choppiness. I mean, just look at the overall market. Look at the SPY. It's pretty choppy. Oh, what's Carlos's trade? I hope he put a stop in on TSM, because if not, I hope it doesn't drop hard on him. It's taking. Doesn't it feel like it's taking Carlos a little longer than usual to take out the trash? Maybe he ran into a neighbor, or he's chasing the garbage truck down the street. That's what I'm picturing now. Carlos chasing the garbage truck down the street. We can only hope that's the case. Nvidia looks like it's well, it's consolidating here. We'll see what it he just drove the garbage truck. Yeah, why should he take out the trash? He should just be able to put it in his own truck, right? It's a choppy day. Yeah, I mean, he is sitting in a trade here on Taiwan Semiconductor, so it might actually turn around for him. It's it didn't quite get to VWAP. It looks like it's bouncing a little bit. It's right back at his break even. Let's come on, let's go green for our buddy Carlos.
All right,
And
back.
he's
How's
back.
that
That took a
trade?
while, Carlos. Did you have to chase the truck down the street? We were debating as
No,
to
no,
what you were
I
actually
did
doing.
not. No.
Have you ever
It did.
considered-
I thought it was pretty fast.
Okay. All right. Felt like it was a while. Did you ever have to have you ever considered taking the garbage out like the night before? Or is that not you're not allowed to do that in your community?
No, I actually could. Well, what ends up happening is we cook every morning, man. So I take out, whatever we cook, the fruits and all that prepare for the kids for their lunch.
Okay.
I usually use that time to make sure I throw all that out so we have just a fresh garbage can, So, but yeah. But I could take it. I have done it before. Put on the curve. I think after like 7 p.m. they allow you to do it or something like that, or 6. There's some restrictions on when you could actually take it out. All right, what is this straight doing?
There always are. I'm not sure that people listen to that, but
yeah, I don't think they'll care. I see my neighbors do funny stuff.
Yeah.
So
do funny stuff.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
What? Take it out like a day before or something, like hours. It doesn't make any sense,
Have you ever done the thing? Well, you don't have a dog, right? So you don't go walking the dog or anything.
No.
But you ever do the thing where you're like you don't mean to, but you're wandering by someone's garbage and you just observe, like for instance, all of the empty wine bottles or vodka bottles or something in it, and you're like, oh, I wonder if they have a problem.
So the problem is having a party.
Yeah. Why wasn't I invited to the party?
Either ways, yes, it's bad.
Yeah, or there's a problem.
Oh man. That's funny.
Yeah, we do want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what funny stuff you've seen from your neighbors now.
Yeah. Well, I it's just there's some stupidity, man, that they do. Let me see here if we can get.
Well, we don't want to get you in trouble with the neighbors.
No. I love my neighbors. Love my neighbors. But the gentleman next door, he never cleans his the snow on anything, on his car, on the sidewalk, on anything. It's just it's weird. And then the following day or 2 days later, if it stays cold, he's struggling to scrape the ice off the car. I'm like, you saw all of us out here, when the snow is still comfortable to take off. Why didn't you just come out and do it then? So it's just like stuff like that. It's like that doesn't make sense to me.
Making his own life more difficult, eh?
Yeah. It's wild. All right, TSM is trying, but not quite working. Not quite working. No, but I got really great neighbors, man. Lady in the front, she's Asian, I think, and she is so kind. Always giving my kids stuff and candy every holiday, so really appreciate her. And my kids love it. They're always drawing stuff for her and taking it over, so really nice neighbors.
That's always nice.
I'm in another trip.com trade. There's another one where it's I'm saying like this one reminds me of the trip.com. This is why typically we don't trade these ones, man, because they just don't move. Like look, NVIDIA moved. TSM it's just stuck, right? And this is why, yes, they look great, gapping up and everything, but they are tough movers. And that's why sometimes you guys are on YouTube like, oh, we got watch the same stocks over and over again. I tried today. I really tried to watch something different. And that's what happens in trip.com. We actually traded something different. And it's just here's what happens.
There's a reason why we watch the same things over and over. And look, I mean, it may not be, apologies if it's not that entertaining, but as much as we, I guess, need to entertain a little bit, we're also trying to educate. And there's a reason why we go back to the same stocks, right? Because you get comfortable with them, you get familiar with them, but also they give us the type of movement and price action that we can relate to, that our strategies work best with. And that's why, like in the morning, we try and mention, the low floats that move, right? ROLR, ROLR. I mean, it's moving again today.
By the way, it's moving. It's rocking. I'm telling you. This is really.
It doesn't.
Finish your point first. Yeah, finish. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it just doesn't fit our trading strategy. So there's lots of other stocks out there that are good for other strategies. It just happens not to be what Carlos and I are looking at. So don't let us dissuade you from something different. But understand why we look at the stuff we do.
Yeah, TSM is doing some stuff now. I like that.
Yeah,
but to add to that, Peter, too, and yes, me and Peter like to have fun. Like you could tell, we like to have fun. We're not here all serious and craziness. And the only reason why I wear shirts like this is because the class is full of this crap. I got to use it. It's just I got a closet full of just collar shirts from our 9 to 5. So I just put them on. You know, they're actually not that uncomfortable. You know. Anyway, but we like to have fun, and the reason why when you guys bring up, hey, look at other tickers, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I should look at other tickers. Maybe how can I take advantage of other opportunities out there, right? But the usual suspects keep pulling us back in, and it works. So yes, I'm talking bad about these stocks. TSM is proving me wrong. It's working. I should do that more often. All right, I'm gonna take 347, guys. I'm gonna take a partial here. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. Okay, yes, partial here, friends. I'm trying to hold as much as possible because I did, as I mentioned earlier, I am risking about $2. Would love to get, you know, plus $2 on this thing. But we're not gonna let this move go away on us here. So partial there, and let's see if we can get 348. We get 348. We're doing pretty good. We'll see. And again, not a big size, guys. This stock moves a lot, so you might be saying, "Oh my God, he's risking $2." Yeah, but I'm not risking $2,000 on the trade. Okay, it's just because I'm risking $2, right? So keep that in mind. Right. Reduce your size. Reduce your size. All right. How's the chat doing? Andrew did well on an NVDL, which is an ETF for NVIDIA. Still in it, I see. Still in it, looking for 90 on NVDL. That is the high of the day.
I was impressed, Carlos, when you take these trades and you look for your VWAP break, and then you just hang in there. You just wait, and it'll either work or it won't. That's good.
It.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
All right, 348, guys, would be awesome. All right, let's see. Happening. Is it gonna do it? I don't want to get a rejection here.
Tesla's very choppy around the VWAP. I do feel fortunate I got my trade and got out with some profit, because
I'm gonna take some more off here, by the way, just in case. We didn't break through.
Getting bored?
Yeah. No, I don't like what it's doing right now. So I just wanna, if this is the move, I want to make sure we leave with a decent process.
This is all-time highs for TSM? Yeah, I think so, eh?
No, pre-market was 349. So yes, pre-market today, yeah. 349.94. I believe that is.
Oh yeah, this is
all-time highs. Yeah, this thing is just rocking.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I guess the pre-market has set a range that it could go to, and I guess in theory you can get another $3 on this.
Mm-hmm.
349.99.
Two partials in.
Hit pre-market, but we'll see.
And we'll see where it goes.
VWAP again.
Who came in? Someone came in yesterday. I knew it was gonna happen, and it did. Let's see if I find it here. They came into chat. I don't know did you guys see it? Who was that? I took a screenshot of it. I'm gonna pull it up here. Bright for Kids. Great name. Bright for Kids came in yesterday, as we suspected somebody would. Let me show you here.
And did what?
I'll show you right now. Let me open it.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on.
How come it's not opening?
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
They came in, and exactly as we suspected, friends.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right.
Bright Life for Kids. Came in like around the 10:45. Hey, is the fund account giveaway done already? And we did it early that day. We did it early yesterday. So yes, it was done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we warned you.
We warned you. We might do it early, but is he in chat here, or he's gonna come in at 10:45 again? Right for kids. Are you in chat? We talked about this. Watch somebody come in later and ask for the thing. All right, let's see. No one fell for my trap. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, guys. 348. I'm taking a partial 348. Right here, partial here. And let's see if we can get 349. This is moving very, very well today. And
yeah, you're getting the move. All right, it is.
yeah.
On you. I was worried when you were gone for the garbage that it was just going to.
Oh yeah, and I was watching it though.
I was like, did you have a stop? I was worried. Did you have a stop on this thing?
No, I was watching it on my Thinkorswim app. Yeah, so I was watching it. See, still have it up here. So when I walked away, I was tracking it just to make sure.
All right.
I didn't lose the move. So if it would have went lower, I would have to run back, leave the garbage, run back to get out. Let's see here. So yesterday when we were down on internet, I was running around doing errands. Made me think of stops, right? Like if you're gonna walk away and go do errands and just depend on your phone, set a stop. Because yesterday, if I was not in no positions, but if I was in one and I was depending on my phone, it rarely happens, right? To get in and out of this tray or manage it, I would have been in big trouble, because there was nothing working. So be careful, guys.
Carlos.
Oh man!
Move! Look at that.
I'm gonna try to wait.
Confident.
High of the day. Yeah, it was.
TSM.
I felt it in your voice. It was a little bit of like, oh no, Carlos. I felt it, but glad it worked out. I only took this trade to prove Shannon that I can trade, right? Because he was saying that we can't trade. So I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna take a trade I normally don't take to show him or
there you go.
Or her that we got this. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding.
I'll show you.
Here.
How dare you?
How
dare you doubt him?
Now, the best form of motivation is when someone tells you can't do something, but careful. A lot of stuff doesn't work like that in trading. Gotta be careful in sports and everything else. Yes, because you can always work harder and and put more time and effort in trading. You can't be aggressive with the trading. That doesn't work. And I found that the hard way. So, because that motivation makes you want to do something. Like, okay, I got to do something. And what are you going to do when it comes to trading? You got to sit and wait. That's what you got to do. And doesn't compute with the mind. Okay, oh man, no, not 349. We're not getting it. Don't force me to take a partial here, then go.
Don't force me. Don't make me. Don't make me do something I'll regret.
Yeah, just get up there. Let me take my partial, then we can pull back. So we're ready, waiting, hands on the trigger. Yeah, ORBs are really nice. They're by the way, I did not trade this as an ORB. This is a view at breakout. It did create a beautiful engulfing ORB. Like, this is awesome right here. If you look at it here, nice engulfing, but I did not see that. I was trading it just view at breakout on the 1 minute for this one.
Yeah, it did. Very interesting, actually. Now
okay. I missed it. It's not quick enough. Oh, that's okay. We got 379. We'll take that. That's okay. Because it's really kind of struggling here a little bit. Like, it's having some kind of issues at the moment. Excuse me. All right. Friends, reminder, webinar tonight, trainterminal.com for beginners. We're going to talk about levels. We're going to talk about chart patterns, and basic chart patterns. So definitely join me for that, 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight in the chat room. There's the link. Click on that and you can join us in about 9 hours. Is it? What are you using in Train Terminal? Oh, good call on the partial, guys. Really good call, because look at it now. Look at it calm down. Not saying the party's over, but it's much better to hold through this pullback when you have a partial here. Was I talking about you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here earlier. Let's start there. But yeah, no, we're talking about your message, Jessica, because prior to you coming here, we're saying how someone's gonna show up and say, "Hey, where's the giveaway?" And we ran it early yesterday, and you were the one that won that prize. You came in and asked. Oh man. Oh yeah, and yeah, make sure you because I do see that a lot where we're done with the giveaway and people are still putting funded account, and I'm like, okay, they can't be doing it because they're not they just didn't see that it finished. I think it might be a lag, or you're not up to date with the live stream. So make sure on YouTube and X that you are hitting live. You should be a couple of seconds behind, not by much, right?
Right.
But I know that if you minimize YouTube, if you minimize X, they'll slow you down, and you're not going to be at the best up to speed time. So you shouldn't be far off from this time right here. This is my market time from Dash Trader Pro. You shouldn't be off from that. Okay, so always make sure you hit that live, because that does happen. Happens to me when I'm watching when I'm watching our own stream. I'm watching our own stream. I could see it get delayed. Wait a minute, Peter's not talking. I'm talking. Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Right? It's like it throws you off. Like, why is Peter talking? And it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ah, Tesla did finally get the move lower. I didn't
A couple of questions. Do we only trade VWAP to the long side? No, I trade to the short side as well. But lately, a couple of trades this year have been long. But I trade to both sides, long and short. Oh man, look at Tesla now, Peter. What the heck?
I know. That's what I was just saying. It's
Yeah.
it did get the move.
Do you think Tesla's going down? It's going right now. It's moving. It's rocking and rolling. Now is it gonna go below the previous day close? Who knows? Who knows? This stock is just look. Well, just look. I don't even gotta tell you. Look what it's doing right now. Look at this pullback. And this is why it's so easy to get stopped out. Like Peter, you had a good trade, had a couple of parcels, but then you start getting these pullbacks that are so aggressive.
Yeah, they are very aggressive.
That they're going to stop you out, right? And when I say it's not a bad stock, it's a great stock, but sometimes it's just you don't get the cushion you need to stay in the trade. That's probably the best way to put it. You don't get the cushion you need to stay in, even if your move is right. Yukarazan. How do you pronounce that? So you stopped trading because you did good, or you stopped trading because you hit your goals? What's going on? Or you stopped day trading overall?
Are you partialing on TSM? Or are you waiting? Or what's...
I'm waiting because I got plenty now in, so I'm just gonna wait. See, hey, we're here all time highs.
Okay.
Let's see if we can. Right, it's all time highs, right, on TSM.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we get a squeeze up off that.
I mean, yes, pre-market again, 349.99 officially is that all-time high, but it came within 2 cents of it.
Yeah.
So,
Do you guys know you could do this? By the way, if you didn't know, you can right click on the level, hit config, and you can actually put in the actual dollar price that you want. So if you want to put a level, let's say 450 for whatever reason, you can put the line in and then adjust it to a specific level. So it is 349.99. Alexander or Alex Andrucci. Sounds great. Italian name. Andrucci, I think. 9674. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friend. We're glad to have you. Thank you for joining. We appreciate it, man. Enjoy the videos, enjoy the content, and enjoy the emojis, garbage trucks, and everything else we have here. I think it's gonna break, man. I think it's this day. Let's see. Just trying. Funded account giveaway coming up as well later today.
Come on, here we go. Is this it?
Yes, I think it's it, man. Let's see.
$349.99. Oh, Carlos.
Come on, I'm gonna break it. It's right on it.
Are you gonna be stubborn for a couple of pennies?
For a couple of pennies, yeah, I'm gonna get it.
There's the break.
What happened? Why is it not? There it is. There it is. For a couple of pennies, Peter. We're a little stubborn.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Got the break.
TSM. Wow. Look at you.
There. That worked. Wow. I wasn't certain. When you were going for garbage and the thing was pulling back, and I'm like,
here, right?
Carlos,
I was watching this. I'm like, we're going to get stopped out. And it recovered. It recovered. VWAP, man. VWAP is so critical. It's so critical. Just love
good
this
lesson
level.
In that, actually. This is why we use these levels, right?
Yeah.
Say levels are magic. They're important. They are truly relevant.
This is going to continue to become a really nice trade now, guys. It's going up here, 351. Again, I did not take a boatload of shares, but when you're up, $5, that adds up. That adds up. Well, let's see. NVIDIA. Sideways. This level, 188.52. If it can break there, it would be nice. So let's see. Oh, man. Are you looking at anything good, Peter?
Not really. I mean, I'm just TSM wasn't my trade, but I am regretting not being on it. Like earlier, it was NVIDIA that had the best move of the day, but now it's just moving sideways. And you've got the trade going here.
Some people could have taken it for a 5-minute ORB, so a lot happening here. Here's the 5-minute ORB, beautiful engulfing, and then the 1 minute sets up nicely for the VWAP breakout. So here's the 5-minute ORB. Engulfing is like around here, so you could have taken it off here as well with that strategy. Put your stop loss somewhere down here, and that could have worked out very nice too. Very, very nice. Okay. What else? ROLR hit 29. Our popcorn ticker. 29.04. These are fun to watch, man. It's up 40% today. It was up 300 something yesterday or some crazy number. No, they're fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do watch them, but I don't touch them. Just it's good to see price action. And I just hope that whoever's trading this is making money. Like I hope you don't get stuck or something. Hope you're on the right side of things there.
That's God, the TSM was a good trade, Carlos.
Yeah, man.
Stop being so skeptical about them. I gotta jump on.
You just gotta follow what I do, Peter. Just follow what I do blindly.
Just follow what Carlos does.
Just send me your account number. I'll log in here. I'll trade it for you.
God. All right.
All in on everything.
For everybody out there, Carlos is now saying all the things that we don't do.
Yes. Oh,
please
man.
Don't.
No. It doesn't work.
It is serious. Like,
you guys, I tried it. It does not work. Yeah.
Yeah. It breaks my heart every time we hear from a member out there where somebody said, "Hey, I thought I was talking to you guys," or like, "I thought I was talking to
Oh
Andrew,"
man,
and they said,
I
"Send
know.
me, your money and I'll trade for you." And I sent them my money, and and I haven't heard from them. Can you help me get my money back? And we're like, "There's
That's
nothing we can do. Like, it
it
wasn't
drives
us.
us
It was a
crazy.
scammer." I hate that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah,
So never, never, we're never going to offer to trade for you. That's not us. If you ever see that, don't trust it. Don't believe it. It's
run.
not us.
Yeah,
Run, run. Yeah, exactly.
run, run, run.
Run. Ah.
Maddie says Ross. Yeah, no, Ross is a great trader, and he does trade low flows, and he's really good
Yep.
at it. So you got to find
Yep.
what you're good at it. Now, I personally believe that is a very harder style of to trade to learn, right? But there's nothing wrong with low flow tickers if you know what you're doing. Now, I think
Yeah.
the cost of entry, the cost of the learning curve is a lot steeper and a lot higher with those stocks,
Mm.
right? And here's the problem:
Yeah.
you're gonna make mistakes, right? You are gonna make mistakes. You are gonna break your rules. You are gonna average down. You are going to do this. I did it. Peter's done it. We all do it. When you make mistakes on low flow tickers, you pay a very big price. When your
It can be
psychology
expensive.
fails you on low flow tickers, the price you pay is high and instant. And that's the issue, you know? I'm not saying you still can't lose a lot of money with regular stocks, right? You can. I mean, I lost plenty of money. You guys know my biggest loss in that one trade is 17K on one day, right? Just that's basically blowing up, right? Wasn't a low flow ticker, broke all the rules in the book. So it can happen with any stock, but it's a lot harder to do that. Because I had a lot of opportunities to stop at like 500, I like 1,000, like 1,500, like 2,000, like Carlos, you're down 2,000. Stop trading. I had a lot of opportunities, and
Yeah.
it's just I didn't, you know. So
Wow. Look at Tesla come right back. Jeez, it's what looked like a giant move on Tesla as it broke to a low of day and looked like it was going to go red, just bounced right back. Now it's above VWAP again.
Ben says all in. Ben says all in on everything. Carlos told me to do it. Oh boy, somebody's gonna take this. Stuff happens in the media too, right? Somebody's gonna take that clip and they could just clip it
That's right.
and just say, "Look at these guys, right? This is." And these people start doing that, you know, like that's what happens with
Yeah.
news. Was it Ice T? Is it Ice?
Nice
Who
tea.
was it? Ice T. The guy from for Law and Order. Is it Ice T? I think
Yeah.
it is Ice T.
Nice
Yeah.
tea. The
So he
rapper.
was
Yeah.
saying, yeah, he was saying like, you know, he doesn't like doing certain podcasts because what happened, even if he trusts the people he's doing the podcast with, what they'll do is he'll say they'll take something I said here, attach it to something else I said over there, and they come up with this narrative that's not the case, and they start these beefs with other rappers that never happened.
Right.
And I was like,
Right.
crap, that's actually yeah, that is nowadays it's very possible.
Yeah.
Gabrielle says, can someone check on Atlas on NVIDIA on Atlas for you? We could check for you. Absolutely. You're not joining the membership? You rather have me do it. But I love you guys, so I will do it. Here it is. NVIDIA.
All
It's
right.
see the Atlas is telling you what do you see here, Peter? Let's see if we're on the same page. This is Atlas right now on NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Okay. NVIDIA Atlas. I mean, I see orders up at 190 on NVIDIA, so it's definitely top side loaded, but it's not super heavy because we got some orders at 189, some orders at 190, but not a lot in between. So I see it sort of strong to the top side, but because there's such a big gap, it's only the whole dollars. It's not that wouldn't be a trading strength for me, right?
Exactly.
I wouldn't risk
Right.
money on going long personally.
There's no imbalance. There's no clear imbalance. Now, when we say there's no clear imbalance, it does not mean that it cannot go up and be the best long ever or down and be the best short ever. There's just no it's not providing you an edge. And if you look at the price action over the last couple of minutes, it's done nothing. And even now it
Yeah.
popped up it's interesting now. It popped up a little bit higher, right? To 188.80 and now a little bit lower. But not too far off the break of the range. right? Like not
Yeah.
too far off. So let's see if it can actually, spring its way out of here. It's just kind of doing a bigger loop. Let's see if it can actually spring out of this range. But right now, the Atlas is not giving you a long or short situation. So, yeah, same thing. Same thing I see. So we're on the same page. So yeah, so there's Atlas for you guys on Nvidia. It helps with these trades, whether to get in, get out, and if you're already in it, whether to partial or not. It does help.
I've said this before, but let me use the analogy for you guys to help you understand. When you look at the atlas, you got to think of it. I like to think of it like a magnetic principle, right? When you see orders, it draws the price to the orders. But like a magnet, the farther away it is, the weaker the pull of the magnet is, right? So if something's really far away, you need a super huge magnet to create the pull. If it's closer, the magnet can be smaller. And picture if you had a whole series of magnets, right? A whole series of magnets, you could pull the price to the first magnet and then to the next one and to the next one to the next one, right? And that's what I think of when I look at this. When I look at the atlas, for example, right? I want to see a whole series of magnets or order, depth. And a magnet is defined by the size of the bars. These red bars and green bars you guys see on the right hand side. Those are the orders that are sitting there, right? The rest, and it's got the quantities and the numbers. It's a little small, but hopefully you can see that on your screen. So what we see is there's really not, while there's like big orders sitting at, and they're at the whole dollars, you also have to keep in mind you almost discount it a little bit when it's at a whole dollar number because people will park orders there. Right, especially something that's actively traded as Nvidia. Like somebody can put an order at, well, you see, look at all these orders. There's 457,000 shares sitting at 190. Yeah, they want to get filled at 190, but they're prepared to park that there for days. It could be, right? Like they're probably not in a hurry. So I don't take that as seriously, or it's not as immediate of an order. It's not going to create the demand that you want to move the price in the short term. Now, if there was a whole series of magnets or orders on the way to it, then I would be like, oh my God, like this thing is going to move to 190. But right now, there's nothing to, like, again, not enough magnets to start that pull, to start making it move up or down. That's the way I look at it. So, and you can see, it would be good if we could find one. Let me see, Carlos. I got to scan. Let's scan here and see if we got one that might illustrate what we're trying to talk about because it's pretty quiet right now.
Yeah. And then here's an opposite one, Peter. Same thing where you have this is spaghetti where you have a lot going on, but it's balanced out,
Right.
right? So it's really balanced out. So you're probably not gonna get a whole lot of movement. This is spaghetti here, and if you look at the spaghetti chart, let's see what it's doing. RGTI, yeah, it's not really moving a whole lot. It's very tight right now, very tight range. So
That's the problem. We don't have anything that's really sort of
yeah, it's
really
nothing that's
super
like
heavily.
top or bottom heavy at the moment.
Yeah.
Core Reef, no, not quite. It's more to the top side, but not quite what we're looking for. But you explained it perfect, man. I think you guys get the
You'll
idea.
know when you see it. Yeah. And
Oh,
unfortunately, there's not much that's moving right now.
look at the break on Tesla, guys. Yeah, we see
Yeah.
it. Tesla, yeah. It is going. That's a tough breakout to take though, because I'll tell you this, I wouldn't take as a VR breakout when you come up here and you just start consolidating. I'm not, where was the first breakout, here or here? Let's say we take this one here, pull back, it's just kind of fail. So I don't know. I would have not taken that as a VR breakout. But look, volume out of nowhere, almost seems news related. Look at this, 600,000 shares traded there. Look at the pop and the breakout you're getting now. Not all time, sorry, high of day. But it's been a nasty trader. Like it's been, when you got stuff going back and forth like this, the problem that happens is when you get in for the breakout, it's constantly testing your entry and your stop loss, and you're probably gonna bail on it. When you got these engulfings back to back to back, long or short, doesn't matter, long or short, it's hard to hold through this. A little bit better
If you want
here.
to look at one that's interesting, Carlos, look at
Yeah.
Ocular Therapeutics, OCUL, on the Atlas.
Okay.
It's not exactly what we were talking about, but what's interesting to me is that you always have to combine this where you got to look at where the active price is and look at where the active price is. So this is one that you've got top side orders, which are red because those are sell orders. Those are people saying that they're willing to sell at a higher price. And look at how you can, just by visually, you can see that there seem to be a lot more orders on the top side than the downside, right? So that might tell you that it's looking to go higher. However, right below the immediate price, look at $11 and $10.90. The bigger orders are sitting right below the price. So it's one of those where, again, think about it like a magnet principle. Where's the price likely to go in the short term? Well, while there's a lot more magnets or orders on the top side, immediately below the price, there's a slightly larger magnet. So you've got this, you know, you got these opposing forces, I guess, that are likely to pull it down a little bit in the short term, and then it might bounce and go higher. But you got to wait until that happens because you don't know what's going to happen until if those orders get taken at $11, 10.90, or people can pull the orders. Remember, these are intention to buy or sell stocks. They don't have to. And you can change your mind. So whoever put these orders in, or the groups of people that put these orders in, can pull them off the order book at any point in time. One of the reasons why you have the graphics that you see here is see where the colors start and stop. This thing is always scrolling. That's where the orders get put in. So Carlos, what are you looking at right now? I'm trying to show meeting here. This is are you still looking at Oculus? No, this is a different stock you're looking at. Anyways, but the orders that you've got here on the Atlas, you can see where they got put onto the books. That's where the color starts or intensifies. And then orders get pulled off too, right? And you can see that up above the price on what you're looking at right now. I'm trying, this is no, this is Oculus you're looking at. So yeah, you can see now where orders get put on and orders taken off. Anyways, it's a great tool if you know how to use it. You just have to understand, how it works and how to use it. So,
yeah. All right, TSM is pulling back, friends. We'll see if it doesn't bounce off this level. Our stop is break even, but we'll probably get out before that if we start losing some of these moving averages. We already lost at 9 to 20. This is usually an indication of a turnaround point, but I don't want to bring these units back to break even. We can get out of here for a couple of bucks, so we might do that. The party might be over on this one, but we had a great run. Nice run up to 349. We took a partial there, and yeah, awesome stuff. Friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We highly appreciate it. We're sitting at refreshing. We're sitting at refreshing 302 likes over on YouTube, so thank you guys so much. We'd love to be at 400. That is our goal. If you can help us get there, we appreciate it very much.
Indeed.
Did you guys check out the podcast from Andrew on YouTube? I'm going to put the link here. Definitely check it out. It's really nice. Not now, of course. Stay with us. But later. Check it out. And let's see. Yeah. I think the party is over. Gonna get everything out here, friends. So again, great run on TSM, and we are good here. So I did take now 10%. This was 20, 10, and then the rest. All these were 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Right here. So not bad. We risked $2. We got almost we're looking for 4. We got almost 5 out of it, so that was pretty nice. Tesla up and back down, increase in volume on this candle, just shot it up and then pushed it back here. Yeah, Raja Banks says, yeah, he's a great trader. I don't know much about him and his trading style. first time I hear him from Rando's podcast. I didn't even know him before this podcast, so I started following him now on social media. So do I check my unrealized balance before taking a partial? My unrealized balance. No, why? No,
Oh,
I wouldn't. I don't. No, I don't check it. Once we do have some cushion on the tray, yeah, I do check it. I don't hide it. Um, I used to before,
yeah. I mean, it's
but
we often recommend people to hide it because
yeah,
you want to make decisions based on what the stock is doing, not what your P&L is doing, because your P&L is not
right,
relevant to the market, right?
exactly. Yep.
So, uh, the stock price action is, and that's where you
Yeah,
want to be making your decisions. So, Carlos, I think like like me, once you've been doing this for a period of time,
you can
you can
calculate.
sort of
Yeah,
ignore
you
that.
know. Yeah,
You're not focused on it, saying, "Oh my God, right? I'm
yeah.
at $100, so I better take a partial." Well,
I can take
that
a
doesn't.
partial here. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to lose this. It's a great win. You don't want to be thinking that way. It's tempting and it's natural, but it's not.
yep.
It's not the approach we recommend.
All right. What else is out here? It's dropping, going red now. OCUL breaking the previous day closer. Try to hold it, but couldn't, and it is breaking lower.
Well, I just had the one earlier trade on Tesla. Carlos, I think you just had the one trade on TSM. Or no, did you trade something else today? No, you
TSM.
said TSM, right?
This was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
TSM.
I
Okay.
was looking and feeling I was feeling the FOMO today. Everybody was trading. I'm just like, I'm not in
Yeah, see,
anything.
me too.
I was
That's
feeling it a
why I
little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
took
And,
Tesla.
and there
Yeah.
was some good moves. Like there was a lot of nice moves on Nvidia. The breakout here. I almost took this one and I missed it. I hesitated for the 5 minute ORB, and it was a nice 5 minute ORB. Like if you look at the charts here, let me show you here in the 5 minute. So I missed the long, and I think part of it was because I was looking for a short. I really thought it was going to be a short here, so I didn't really trust this push up, but it turned out great. It
Right.
turned out to be a nice 5 minute RB, but I was really looking for the breakdown of the VWAP. Didn't really focus on the actual breakout towards the top, so
Yeah.
um, it did break out nicely. All right, see the boys are coming in. Let me go ahead and get them in the chat
All
so
right.
I can
Well,
see.
that's a good time, as I
Good time
mentioned.
for you. Oh yes, you got to run. Yep,
I gotta
that's
go
right.
get myself to the dentist. So good trading this morning, guys. Whatever you did, whether you took trades or you
Yes.
didn't, hopefully you traded smart. I
Good
know,
morning,
Andrew,
everybody.
welcome.
All
Good
right.
morning, Peter.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How was your trading, Carlos? I saw that you have amazing trading on TSM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did.
TSM today was a good one. VWAP breakout this morning, and yeah, it went to the all-time highs here. So very active today. Very
That is
active.
great. Congratulations for everybody who
Thank
made
you,
money
sir.
today.
Yes, yes.
That was absolutely amazing.
Hey, Brian, can we hear you today? Are you good? Oh no.
Man,
No,
why
what'd you do?
not? What did you
What
do,
happened?
Brian, again?
It's busted again.
Oh
All right,
man.
guys. Apologies.
Okay.
Gotta
All
run
right,
to the
Brian. All
dentist.
right, Peter.
See.
We'll see you, man.
Take care.
Peter, where are you? I just wanted to have an argument with you. Where are you in the morning?
No, gotta go. I'm going I gotta go to the dentist. So
Oh, okay.
Andrew's saying that, guys, because we had a meeting yesterday and we got into a whole big political discussion. So it was
Dude, it was so interesting. But I'm working on Peter, guys. I'm bringing him into the right side of the
Bring
history.
him back.
don't worry, I'm working the other way. So we'll see if we meet in the middle or what happens.
Let's.
But one way or the other, the struggle
There you
continues.
go.
All right, take
All
There
right,
care.
we
you should
go,
be able to
Brian. We
hear me
got you
fine.
now. Yes.
Brian,
Good. Good.
I don't know.
yes, nice. We see different angles
It
of
doesn't
Brian all the time.
for some reason the mic doesn't work on Firefox. I have to go to Edge.
Nice.
and it
Are
works.
you standing? Is that a standing desk or you're sitting right now?
Standing.
You're standing?
Yes.
Nice. Oh,
I
I
got my
didn't know that you're
standing
actually
desk.
using stand. Nice, great. All right, guys, in YouTube. So we did a really nice, amazing trading day. For me, it was a great $20,000 day. Trade on AMD, NVDA, and SanDisk, SNDK. So it was very nice. So let's go through it quickly. So AMD, I loved it on a daily chart of gapping up. So we had this big 224 level. So this gap is really nice. You really don't want to trade within the bar of previous day. Like these are really bad. But when you're gapping down or gapping above these levels are really, these breakouts are really nice for trading. And I kind of hesitated to get in there. I really wanted to wait for the first minute to close, but I kind of knew around here from Market Atlas, again, for those of you who are watching Market Atlas, I knew it's going to go pop up. But I really wanted to stay into this 1 minute and then, get the 1 minute mid-range breakup, did a really nice pop, added more, sold some, and I got stopped out. And I never came back on it. But I did trade, it did continue going higher. It would have stopped me out anyways at the break even. NVDA was another trade that I took. So I went long, I got stopped out. And then after this squeeze came back up, I went through NVDL, so which is a 2 times leverage of NVDA. So as you see, even though I got a really big loss here on NVDA, but I went back on NVDL, took a little bit of a smaller share size on NVDL. But as you see here, boom, we did get this massive move. I added more, but I got stopped out here. So and SanDisk was another trade that we did. Jara trades SanDisk a lot. So this was the first time that I actually traded SanDisk. The spread is really bad. Popped up, came down. I went long. I added more. Only about 1,000 share. I think it's because it's really volatile. So from 407 all the way up to 422. So I got out and put $1,000 profit on that. And that was it for me. Brian, what did you trade?
Well, just literally as you were talking, traded Tesla. Got that nice pop back up to R4, just using some options. But I guess the best trade I had today was AMD. It had that initial run. Should have known it. I should have traded it at the open, but I was watching NVIDIA instead. But AMD had a really nice push today. So I just jumped in on a pullback there and got it for that nice push higher to that 950. So yeah,
So
good trade. Couple of 920s on AMD, and
yeah, I think it's
even one on
nice.
NVIDIA later in the day, later in the morning. But the Qs and SPY are breaking out now.
Yeah, AMD kind of did the 920
So
at the open and they did another one at
yeah,
1014. So it's kind of bounced
yeah.
back.
I kind of yeah.
Um,
I don't really. I kind of discount the one at the open. I mean, it's not typically a good setup for a 920. You want a nice steady move up for a 920 trade and happening around 10 o'clock, 10:10. But yeah, it did honor the 20 EMA on that first pullback at 940. And yeah, markets are breaking out. Looks like 7,000 is still possible.
yeah, futures are going towards 7,000. So for the folks on YouTube, I want to actually talk about something. I did mention that in the chat room yesterday. As you know, we have this funded training account that we give you a $50,000 simulator. It's all virtual. There's no real money involved. And then you trade on it after 3 months, and we have a fairly firm risk management and criteria. We apply the commission, the max loss and everything. So no gambling, no penny stock. And, you can't just have all of your profit from one single trade. So it's not like a casino style. And we started that, I think it was September or something, and it was free. And now it's, you have to pay an entry fee for that. there was, after this first cohort finished, and now, because it was September, November, December, now there's a cohort of people who finished the 3 months, and I'm paying a lot. I paid over $100,000 so far, and there's another, I think, couple of $100,000 that I have to pay in January. But there are three traders that they are from Tanzania, and they said, "Oh, we don't have PayPal," and then they said their bank information. They were all same bank in Tanzania. It felt like Nigerian scam. Like I felt that there is something going on. There's three people. They all made $10,000, more than $10,000. And I said, "No, this must be one person. He hacked the system somehow, or there's something going on." So I reached out to them and I set up a meeting yesterday. Actually, this is my email. You can see my inbox right now. So, I send an email. There are three. I have the three emails and let's go full screen so people can see. And I said to them, who are you guys? I want to talk to you. And I messaged them. There's some email back and forth. Eventually, we set up a meeting, and I talked to them. And they're three real amazing guys from Tanzania that they just learned how to trade by themselves. And I told them to send me a picture. I like to have the picture. This is one of them. This is Joshua. And then the other one sent me a message. This is another one of them. That look at that, with one screen and one old laptop in this old desk in this, I don't know where this place is. And this is not an AI generated picture. This is a real picture. And they made money. Like I was blown away. They couldn't speak much English. I wanted to do an interview with them, but their English is not really fluent. So I don't think we can have a very nice, conversation with them over YouTube. And he sent also another picture. This one is Khalifa Ferouz, and it was just amazing that there was another picture that one of them sent to me. Uh,
So do they know each other, or are they just three
um,
random people? Do they know each other?
they two of them knew each other. The other one didn't know each other, and it was just amazing because where's the other picture? I think I had it here. Let me bring my
Well, I'm
Slack
just
here. Oh,
I'm
here
just
is the
wondering
other
if they
one.
had like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just wondering if they had like a little group going on there. A lot of people do that.
And I
They'll
told
have
them, how did
meetups
you
with
learn? They said
traders.
all YouTube, Brian, all YouTube. They said all YouTube. They're
Yeah.
learning from all YouTube. Like they don't have any, fancy class. Like look at that. Like there's some books here, dummies and stuff I can see, but it's amazing. This is a fascinating story. That's exactly trading did for me. Like I came from a country with no money. That Iran. You guys know that the economy is not great, and trading has changed my life. Like I wasn't born to wealth like Brian or Peter. I really had to work hard for my money. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what trading is. Trading is really giving you, and you can trade from anywhere in the world. Like I've traded from Tanzania when I climbed Kilimanjaro, and these guys it's the same thing. And I just love the story. Like here, this is a screenshot that I was talking to these guys. One of them was in the street, the other one I don't know where was it, and it was just amazing. Like that I got to see, and I send the money to them with love, like that $10,000. Either they continue trading or start a business or it's just fucking amazing, like that how trading is in the modern world, and I think it's gonna get way better. Like Elon Musk believes the universal income is coming, so I think in the next 10 years maybe a lot of jobs are gonna get become irrelevant, and maybe people get universal income, and the people who are having a skill they can make more money. The people who can't find job they just get some basic income, and you can learn trading. Like if you are, for example, a paralegal and you don't have any job anymore because the AI is doing all of the paralegal work, you can just learn trading and make money out of it, and you don't need even money for it. Like these programs, prop firms, funded accounts is amazing that you can make money. So I'm really, really fascinated with this story. But it's kind of the same story of me. Like if I was in Iran, I would have probably have the same desk that these guys had. My if I would have been in Iran, I would have been poor like him, like having it, something like that. So I just wanted to show you that yeah, it's really possible if you really put your time and effort in there, and it doesn't matter how big of a screen you have or how amazing your laptop is, or your computer processor is, or your chip is. It's just, the determination and motivation in there. And believe me, this is not a scam. We really looked into their trades and IP addresses and everything. And no, they're three amazing guys that traded. So go through this funded account.
Nice.
Don't trade live, and just try to build a skill, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing story. So it's been pretty choppy all day in the indexes. We tried to break out there maybe 10 minutes ago, but looks like we failed. So
Yeah, market is really trying to hold. I told you, market doesn't seem that it wants to go higher or wants to do it.
right.
So NVDA is coming down, AMD is coming down. Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
glad I'm not doing anything.
the whole market's coming down. The Qs are at low of day now, or at least, yeah, low day. Let's see if we bounce here.
Yeah. Any question, guys, about the trade that we did today?
Yeah, it was really all about the semis today. That TSM. Wow. Okay, so now we're really selling off here. Yeah, we're at making a new low now in the Qs and the SPY. Tesla's back at the VWAP. If you wanted, could take a bounce there, but I'd be concerned just to basically with the direction the market's going right now.
So NVIDIA is losing the VWAP. So it seems that the market is kind of slowly rolling over to the downside. IWM is still ripping. Like, this is
Yeah.
crazy. IWM is still ripping.
Yeah,
IWM is the
I've
all-time
got,
high.
I've got some TNA, the stock that is. TNA is a levered ETF. It's Dexion levered ETF to the IWM or the small caps.
Yeah, my biggest loss in life has been on this TNA. Yeah, there is a big divergence is happening in the market for sure. I think the small caps are reaping. Usually it's the other way around, but the small caps are reaping and the SPY and the QQQ are not reaping. There is a big divergence happening. I don't know what is
Yeah, I think it's just an illustration of the rotation of money. You know, the tech sector has run up so much, and some of these other sectors, anything related to AI, and now I think everybody's anticipating some rate cuts coming maybe later in the year. Not at this meeting that's coming up, but later in the year, a couple of rate cuts, and the small caps tend to do quite well when rates are lower. because they're the ones that aren't necessarily making money, so they need to borrow money to stay afloat. Yeah, Q's and SPY are heading lower here. I don't know if there was some news.
So Angela is
Someone's
asking about the
asking.
thought process about partials. So when you're making a trade, so you set up a risk. So this is very important. So when you're making a trade, let me go through my trade on AMD, for example. So see my screen. So when you enter the trade, you put a stop loss in your mind. So in this particular case, it would have been somewhere around here. So that would be the risk that you're doing in the per trade. So the first partial has to be the same amount of risk that you're doing. If you do partial earlier, then the probability would be against you. So the first partial would be same amount of risk that you're doing. If this is the R, if you're risking $50, and the first $50 profit, you take that. Or if you want to go with the dollar value, like if you risk $1, the first move toward $1 would be your first partial. Your second partial could be, the second R. Or if you have very important levels, like for example, 234 here was a very big important level that we had on a daily chart. So you can start partialing on that or break off that partial. So that's how I do. When I add, depending on where I add, but sometimes I double my position. Sometimes I add only 20%. It really depends when I'm adding, where do I bring my stop loss? If this is my entry, and this is I'm going to add, I'm going to bring my stop loss somehow around the level that I know I'm going to get a stopped out. So for example, this is the VWAP. So I added, and as you see, I got a stopped out at the right at my break even. So if it moves up significantly higher, then you add, you really can control. You can take a look at your, what I would do is I look at this average cost that I have and see where would be my average cost, and going up or going down. So I take a look at it based on that. It's not very systematic. It's more very discretionary because my trading is whole based on, experience and gut feeling. I don't really have a written down system like John or Peter or, other people. I think Brian is also very discretionary like me, but some people are very, very systematic, and it's good to be very systematic.
Yeah, especially if you're learning, if you're new to trading. My trade books are kind of in my head, and I just read price action and look for setups that I like VWAP rejections or bounces off certain levels, rejections at certain levels.
Yeah, so for example, here, like in NVDA, when I went long, I obviously had a bigger risk here. And as you see, popped up almost at my risk. I took partial, and then almost another one R, and then, kind of another one R. So that is the kind of type of a risk reward. So that's why the entry is very important. You don't want to have a really big risk when you enter. Then you have to also go with the smaller share size if you want to take that trade. Nice, brother. Michael Jameson in the chat room. He's there you go, perfect with one laptop and
Yeah,
one side
nice.
screen. All the best, brother. Yeah, that's amazing. So only day
Yeah,
3. How much are you up, Michael, on funded account? Nice, $948. Amazing. There you go. So just keep going,
there you go.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Is that just today, or what is that? Just over the week?
It's 3 days. He says he's in day 3.
All right. That's all you need. Just supplement your income, 100, 200 a day.
Yeah, especially early profits is really good because you build a really good cushion for yourself for practice. The people who are going through the funded account usually get lucky in the first few days and get some really good moves. That's really good for them because now you have a good cushion, beginner's luck. And then, that cushion helps you not to, uh,
Yeah, Atlas. Atlas has been a great addition to the trading terminal. It's really helped with my trades, even just getting confirmation that the stock's moving in the direction you think it's moving in or think it's going to move in. Guys, we were also in the trading room. We were talking about Las Vegas. A couple of us will be in Las Vegas at the Money Show on the 23rd, February 23rd. I know you've heard that. A number of you have heard that before, but if you want to join us there.
Yeah, so trading live on YouTube, sorry, on Vegas, guys. Money Show Vegas. So search Money Show Vegas, Andrew Aziz, or something like that. And then we have the live trading. Brian, Thor, and Nathan are coming. I have three sessions, one presentation, one live trading, and one panel discussion. So I think, so as you see here, I'm actually in the cover of the as well here. So, sign up and look for our session live trading. I think it's in the Tuesday. I think it's the first day. I think it's
I
in,
thought it was Wednesday. I thought it was the Wednesday, isn't it? Or maybe it's a Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. It's
yeah,
probably, I think it is a Tuesday.
yeah. So it's in that. So we did the live trading. I think that one is a paid one. You have to pay for that to get access. I asked them, I think they said about 50 people so far signed up, so which is great. And maybe, yeah, we can have, hang out together. Maybe we can do a show together if anyone is coming. Maybe we can start a forum that we can stay in touch with each other. I think it's great. This year, I might not really want to do the Vancouver summit. But what I want to do this year is probably do a couple of more retreats. Like Thailand and Colombia was amazing. I really loved it. It was just fun,
Yeah.
travel, trading, education, panel discussion, mentorship. So I might want to do one in March or April in Egypt. I've never been to Egypt, so maybe we set up an itinerary. And as a group, when we go, the prices are way more better. For the price that you pay, my $2,000-3,000, you can get way more because you're part of a group. We trade, we explore. Maybe we do one in Africa, Kenya, Tanzania. They're very beautiful. And then in December, maybe we do another South America or maybe Dubai or another Asia trip. So we'll see how it goes. Uh, but I don't think I'm gonna do the summit the way that we did last year. It's just too much
A
work,
lot of
and
work.
Vancouver doesn't have much offer. You know what I mean? And I don't think I got a feeling that I need to do better in terms of adding value. Maybe we do live trading in Vegas and live trading in Money Show in Toronto, and then we can have something in Toronto in September because they have one in September in Toronto as well.
Yeah. Toronto in September is nice too. All right. Well, we kind of sold off. Now we've bounced back off of pre-market low on the SPY. One of the lows that I've got marked there. We should always watch the SPY and the Qs to see what they're doing because a lot of stocks that aren't trading necessarily on news will tend to follow the market. So just looking for another confirmation that if you're going long a stock, that the market isn't dropping or against you, against your trade. Before we start trading in the morning in the pre-market, I always look at the levels, various levels on the Q and SPY, kind of mark them on as lines just to see where the low of the pre-market was, maybe where we consolidated for quite a while, like we did today, and then mark on the high as well, just on the SPY and the Qs, just to see where sort of pre-market action was. Looks like we're going to break out on the SPY here. Make an effort again, anyway.
All right, I see Thor is here. Thor, excited for Vegas? You're mute, Thor. I think you're mute. You're talking to yourself, brother.
You know, it's not the talking to yourself that's the problem. It's when you answer yourself. That's when there's a problem. But yes, I'm gonna be in Vegas. I can't wait to be there. I'm so excited. It's gonna be really, really
Yeah.
fun. I can't wait to be a part of like all the live event there. I'm also gonna be presenting at the Money Show. So it should be a really good time.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So how was your trading with the P Capital? Were you trading with Bootcamp?
Yeah, I ended up trading with Boot Camp today. They were supposed to be hanging with Nathan, I think, but they got chopped liver instead. But we still had a good time. We no, we actually had a really nice calls on. We were looking at Netflix and like PLTR, but both of the tickers just performed like crap today. So we really kind of like what we were looking at really didn't work out as great today. Netflix is kind of sold nicely, which is what we were looking for, was a nice short on it. And it's working, but I mean, it's just really hard. I think yesterday we kind of exhausted our sellers a little bit, so I think today we're kind of a little punch drunk, you know? What do you think, Brian?
Didn't you have your best
Yeah.
trading day ever yesterday? I
I
think.
did. I did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. So
Well,
I
congratulations.
I got it was the right place at the right time on my second trade. On my first one was a nice short on NQ that I held really well, but the next one was I was actually short in crude oil right when the political news came out at the end of the day yesterday, and crude sold off like crazy on it. So it was just kind of one
Nice.
of those right place at the right times, and I was pretty heavy in crude as well when it happened. So it was maybe not great news, but great
All
for
right,
me.
perfect. Congratulations, guys. I'm gonna
Good
hand
for
it over
you.
to Carlos and Brian, and I'll see you
Yeah.
guys. What day is it? Thursday. So I'm gonna see you on the mentorship session.
Thursday.
And yeah, guys, all the best.
Absolutely. Have
Cheers,
a great
guys.
one. And we got a drawing to do still, I think, right, to finish off because I see some stuff moving by. So
Yeah.
so better good news when it's me giving it away, not Andrew. It actually becomes a no, I'm just kidding. I was gonna make some total false like promises there and make Andrew stick to it. I won't do that. But we have an opportunity here for a 50K live account, right? Giveaway for somebody in here. I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, you do know if you win, you would just be getting like free money from Andrew. Like that's pretty crazy actually that he does this.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. We'll give it a couple of seconds here before we start it up and let people join.
Let's get them all in here. We want to make sure we have plenty of people in here ready to rock and roll. We want to do this giveaway. And I'm going to also log into X right now so I can say hi to everybody over there
Yeah,
because
we
we
got
also
Ben,
live stream
GP
there.
Trader, Uncle D Trades over there. Got a couple of people there hanging
Open
out.
live video. My dude GP hangs here. Ben's my guy. I mean, we got great people hanging out here. I got to make sure I give them some attention. Share this.
All right,
Share
friends, here it
broadcast.
is. Let's get it done. So we have 128 entries. Here's for the funded account. Our winner is going to be. We're gonna click here. Is going to. You cannot
Uh-oh.
make this stuff up.
Oh no.
No way. Are you kidding me? This is the gentleman that came in yesterday asking if the funded account was done. He's the
That's
winner today.
amazing.
That is wow. Congratulations. See
Bright
what happens when you
Life
come
Kids,
early.
right? Is that who it was? Bright Life Kids?
Yeah, bright lights.
Bright Light Kids, man. That's
No.
that's amazing.
Oh
See,
man, the
that just
trading.
shows like don't get
Wow.
discouraged. Come back and try again.
Wow. All right. Hey, listen, man. Good luck.
Wow.
Good luck. That was awesome. All right, friends. Congratulations. Welcome. Somebody joined here. Raj Zoo 7498. Welcome to the Lambos and Garbage Truck family, my friends. We'll do it
Welcome,
again
welcome.
tomorrow to wrap up the week. All right, I'll leave you with Thor, guys.
Days, I agree. Days, I agree. This is a simulation. We were just in the Matrix, buddy.
Yeah.
None of this actually happened. Carlos knew exactly who he was picking right before that. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
all rigged. It, I,
Oh my God.
it's not rigged, man. I've been trying to win myself, and I never get picked. Never get picked.
Right? If it was rigged, we would win a lot more often, Carlos. That's the fact.
Never get picked. It's just crazy. But we only have had this is our winner number 16.
Wow.
So yes, it's not hasn't been that many yet. We'll get there.
Bright Life Kids, congratulations. So stoked for you. Lots of Carlos emojis. Definitely should be used at this time as a tribute. How do I mean, I love the Thor emojis. Like, so you have to be a Lambos and garbage trucks to use the coolest emojis, is basically the thing here, right? Like, if you're not Lambos and garbage trucks, you don't get these cool emojis. That for me, like, I would sign up just so I could use an Andrew emoji. Like, I'm in. Like, that's all I need. Thor emojis. I love Thor emojis.
That's what I did, man. I signed up too because I could even as a moderator, we
I
can't
know
use
we
them
can't do
unless,
it. I
unless
can't
you.
do a Thor. I can't
So
do
I had
my
to
own
sign
emoji
up.
right now. This is
I had to
bullshit.
sign up. Like, I'll pay the $5. I'm in.
I know. I'm gonna pay it. I paid $5 for a lot worse.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
You know it. I mean, geez. Have you ever bought like a Diet Pepsi at an airport? I mean, that's $5 right there. I mean, for God's sakes. And that was just a sugar drink. So we love you too, Bright Life Kids. We're so happy to have you with us, hanging out with you. We're so excited. Um, if I'm gonna make you a deal right now, Bright Life Kids, if you can get $5,000 of Andrew's money, I will give you 1 free hour of mentoring as an incentive. So just when you take all of his money, let me know and just send me some proof. And it's mostly just because I want to hang out with you and hear how you did it. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't want you to take his money. That's but it's a real story. I would never promise it if I didn't mean it. I mean it. If you end up like winning money out of his account, I'll give you free mentoring just so we can talk about it and have fun. For real. Why not? Like, let's have fun. So just message me. And yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that's a good time. Cool. All right. So we've had some calls today, and I ended up having a little bit of an issue. I had two calls today that called for me. One was PLTR, one was Apple, or one was Netflix. I've got no futures calls today, so nothing going on there. And as I was looking at PLTR, which I took PLTR and I am still in PLTR, which I have been in it all day. Let me bring over my DOS chart. So you can see I shorted PLTR, put my stop above the high, and I am still just in this stinking thing. It almost started a nice transitionary movement, and got about, maybe 3/4 of the way to my target, and then the thing just squeezed. So, I don't know if this one works or not. So we're gonna let that one do whatever it does. So, hooray. So, yeah. Yesterday, so from yesterday being like the best day of my entire trading career to today being very boring. This is day trading, right? So get ready for it. What I will do on the Lambos and garbage truck side of things, I will do a drawing. I'm going to do a drawing next week. I don't know which day next week, so make sure you sign up and make sure you go there. No, I don't have a daily goal at all, actually. It Sometime next week I will do a drawing for a mentoring session with me, a free mentoring session, but it's going to only be for Lambos and garbage trucks members. So we can talk about anything you want, go over your trade book, go over your trading system, talk about experiences, just we're going to have a drink or whatever. I mean, whatever. We'll hang out, but next week, sometime during next week, I'll do a one session giveaway, but you have to be a Lambos and Garbage Trucks member. That's going to be the incentive to kind of push everyone towards greening up in the next few days. So it could be Monday, could be right out of the bat. So you be ready for it, or I might make you wait till Friday. So we'll see what it does, but I'll give and everyone, for people who've been around for a while, this would be about the sixth or seventh time I've given away an hour of my mentoring for someone in this community. I normally reserve it for when there's particular people with like showing a big issue in the community. I'll just go ahead and tell them to email me. But I've done a couple drawings too. So let's do that. I want to make sure everyone here is ready to rock and roll. So PLTR, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We can still do this. So we'll see what happens. I'm in the positive on it. So nice. Thank you. It was so much fun. That's up to your risk metrics. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to start selling and it's been resisting and it looks like, so I mean, it's a pretty solid trade still. It's still a call. Chris, you've never charged for your mentoring? Money lost? What do you mean? Money lost for the person who's purchasing the mentoring or money lost for the person giving the mentoring? Yeah, of course I can explain my entry on PLTR. So PLTR is one of only a handful of tickers I liked. I liked Tesla, but it opened really weird. Got it. And makes sense. It was really the only ticker out of all the tickers I really liked. So when I posted when I posted my watch list in Bearable Traders, it was PLTR, Apple, and Tesla. Both Apple and Tesla didn't really work for me, but PLTR alerted. So when PLTR alerted at the open, it also had this really lovely downtrend that I had marked. So I like that PLTR had a higher time frame alignment. It's very bearish right now, and it's been selling. It kind of reoffered, it sold, it offered, it sold. So I like that we were under trend on it. So having the higher time frame alignment kind of, brought me into this one a little more. So when we signaled and we got into range, I went ahead and shorted basically right at the trend line, and I put my stop up above my target, 181, because my box kind of draws where I'm going. And then my target's going to be S3. So you can kind of see here, so that's kind of, here's the thought process kind of out like this. See? When I trade equities, I like trading equities still with DOS because the auto calculating hotkey I have in DOS, it's just the bomb. You know what I mean? So I love this hotkey. So it's really hard. It's really hard for me when I'm trading equities still to do it in TradingView, although I should get some more practice with it. But I just really like trading equities in DAS. So it works really well. So But yeah, man, I hear you there. Thor, I should, yeah, exactly. You jumped in Ocul at 11:04. Oculus. Is that Ocul? Let me look at that. OCUL? OCUL. Ocular therapy. Wow. It actually did a nice setup though, huh? We overshot, but we came back and reoffered and it was good enough to recall. And then we actually we sold and we went all the way to ATR low. We ran the full target on it. This is great. I've never seen Ocul before, but it's lovely. Fun. Hmm. I love it when I see tickers I've never seen before that are working. Hey, Eric, welcome. Lambos and garbage trucks. Good to see you. Let's look at PLTR some more and we'll look at its book since WAGDI. I think PLTR's book is probably going to be our issue. The target on PLTR is S3 GP, so I'm like 176.31 would be the target. Although we continue to struggle. So PLTR's issue is we can't find sellers. So if you're looking at the chart right here, and then I'll pull up the book, you can see here we're stuffing buyers pretty well. And then we did sell here, but this sell was probably just these buyers stopping out. Right. And then so we sold down and then we came back. And when we came back up to offer yesterday's close to the sellers, no one started selling. So we just kind of squeezed the shorts at that point. So this was a bit of a cover rally. And then we turned that into a short squeeze. That took us all the way back up to the high, right? Or near the high, but we couldn't make a new high. So statistically, we're still pretty good here. As far as like staying inside of our IB ranges and everything. So I don't mind the trade still. Statistically, it's holding up, but we're just not finding sellers. And without the sellers, we can't go down. So, and then when I looked at it earlier, we did have some orders on Atlas that were coming into the top. Let's see if that's, yeah. So after I got in, I saw this like later build, which is a pretty bullish level too right now. Right. So one of the issues with this ticker as far as a sell is we're not getting sellers and our order book structure is otherwise quite bullish. So the institutions and especially the specialists are going to be incentivized to go up. The play I'm playing here is basically I'm saying I don't think we're going to have enough buy side volume to go transact all those orders. So I think we're going to chop and then we'll eventually sell off and capitulate and we'll have to run these orders tomorrow or maybe next week. Don't forget we've got MLK coming up. So we're going to have a long weekend. So, it'll be interesting to see how many people are willing to really like keep and hold some of these positions leading into a 3-day weekend. But I think we could easily reoffer R3 again. It's all possible, right? Remember that. Oh, doggone it. Hold on. It's all possible. Remember, because this is a wide range, right? Because this is a wide range right here, right? Wide range means wide pivots mean it's a range day, right? We're planning on running this range from here to here. It doesn't mean we can't do this in the range, right? So this is not relevant. I don't care that the price is coming back up. This is a range play. My play is that we're not going to go higher than this. If we go higher than this, I'm wrong. Right? So, and then I lose and I stop out. Monday, MLK Day. I'll be down in St. Augustine. MLK Day gets Um, MLK is pretty big here in St. Augustine, so there's normally a pretty good time down. We have in St. Augustine, we have a one of our roads, which is now called MLK, which is one of the few MLKs that MLK has actually walked on. And the church where MLK planned a vast majority of their actions is on that MLK street in St. Augustine. So we take our MLK Day pretty serious around here. It was a pretty big deal. Also, for those of you who are unaware, Ray Charles also went to school in St. Augustine at the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind. For those of you who don't know, I'm a repository of useless information. IWM? Let's look. Yeah, IWM, I mean, it really makes a lot of sense. It's a higher narrow range. I mean, long to ATR high. It's pretty. It works. Yeah, I like YM or IWM. It looks great. Yeah, the short I took on oil, it was right here. So, okay, wait, hold on. To do this properly, we're gonna need something for this. Before I talk about it. Okay, ready? You know it's coming. All right, let's see if we're ready. I think we're ready. All right. We have the tinfoil beret is ready. All right. Anytime I talk about conspiracy theory, it is important to wear the tinfoil hat. Both because I want to make sure you don't take me too seriously, because it's hard to take someone seriously when they're wearing a tinfoil beret. The other thing is I don't want the government tapping into my brain right now and stopping me from telling you what I'm about to tell you. So this is very, very important that we really take this extra serious right now, because how could you not take it extra serious with someone who's wearing a tinfoil hat? All right. Now, so for those of you who don't know about the tinfoil hat, this hat exists because of all of the little things that happen behind the scenes that are theories, right? But we can't prove, but yet we know them to be true, right? So the first off, I'm glad you like it, Boyd. So lots of Thor emojis for the tinfoil hat. I think we need a new Thor emoji with the tinfoil hat, right? I think it would work great. So does anybody know what time the news came out on crude that was related to crude at the end of the day yesterday? What time did the news come out? Right? So the news came out around, it was like around 2 p.m., but then there was another release on it a little bit closer to 3. But imagine, what are the chances that a news event is going to come out? This was related to the president and speaking about some of the Middle East situations. Happened to come out and make that announcement and made that announcement while crude was exactly at R4 on a higher, wider range. This is exactly where the price should have been for us to sell off. So is it possible? The reason why we call them Camarilla pivot points, right, is because it's cabal is what Camarilla stands for in Spanish, right? So they are actually pivots that are designed that are, we think, that are being used. So I mean, it's like, look what we've got going on here. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure you guys took me appropriately seriously. But my trade on crude here happened because we had a perfect call on an otherwise perfect day on crude for a short. My system called it. I got my brackets out. I went ahead and got the trade on. Everything looked good. I was holding this thing, and I was actually like about a grand, a little bit more on this trade, and then out of nowhere, like a lightning strike, this thing was up 10K in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So it's like what I had no idea that news was going to come out there. I was just in the right place at the right time, and that's because of my system. Right? You just have to let these things happen. You never know when you're going to catch lightning in a bottle in the stock market. This is why you have to use the repetitive application is so important, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again with perfect precision, knowing that you won't hit most of the time, but when you hit, it will pay, and it will pay big. And then yesterday I had two massive hits. So I ended up almost doubling my best day ever yesterday, right? And then some, actually. So no, I never would never swing. No swinging for me. I hate swinging. I stink at it. Freaking PLTR, man. So you're saying there's a chance. Where's the selling? Where's my sellers at? Help me out. Yesterday, I cannot quantify yesterday into R's. So my first trade, I risked a grand on my first trade because it was such an ideal alignment. I went really heavy on the first one. So I risked a grand, and the movement to ATR was a little over 11R on that trade. And then on the next trade, I actually risked 2.5 grand on the CL trade because I risked 1/4 of my day on the CL trade. So it was 10 full-size contracts of CL. So the total risk on that trade was around $2,500. And that one hit its ATR projection as well. So that was another 11 or 12R trade. So I had an incredible day yesterday, to say the least. So it was, but yeah, I mean, Kidda, I mean, you've seen me, you're just seeing it live, right? Like you're seeing me every month, every day, right? So I'm slowly, doing the things I'm telling you I'm trying to do. I came down here, what I say, my New Year's resolution was I wanted to put on $1,000 trade, right? That was my New Year's resolution. So, mission accomplished. Halfway into the first month, right? And I slung it. You know what I mean? So now like the trade I'm in on PLTR is just is a $500 trade. I'm just back to regular risk on this trade. Since I had such a big day yesterday, I didn't want to come in today too hyped and go crazy. So I just decided I'd come in here and get like one trade on PLTR and try and see if I found one good trade and otherwise just let it roll. I mean, the market just sucks. I'm so glad I didn't trade anything to otherwise today, like futures. They're all horrible. Yeah, so happy. All right, here we go. Come on now. Let's get some volume, baby, at the CP. All right, so why I like PLTR again, we offered the downtrend at R3. Downtrend at R3, always selling. What rally? The rally exhausts our buyers without being able to make new highs, right? That's really important. We're getting up to an area of exhaustion, and our buyers are struggling to push the price, and we're not even at the highs yet. So that's pretty concerning. And the response to that, doji right at the downtrend, and then a sell. We then offer again, this time less volume than even before, and we're offering back down. This is still feeling distributionary. So QN, our guy, right? Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance we can do this. I mean, we're in a lower, wider range, but I still wouldn't expect ES to like have a breakout today. So like if you were thinking about a short, it would, we have ATR high, R4 here, pre-market high here. There's not really a lot of structure to the top side. So I really don't see why we would break out on a wide range, even a lower one, right? So, let's go. A lot of tinfoil hat info. That's so funny. That's the thing. So, I mean, hey, what's up, Dalton? Good to see you, brother. So Erica, that's one thing. Like, I don't fool around, like, as far as like trying to make claims to people that like this is like trading will be the easiest money you've ever made in your life once you start making money doing it. But it's very hard to get to that point. Trading itself is amazingly simple, but getting to the point of that simplicity is very difficult, right? Like at the point I'm at now, it's like, why did you short R3? Because I short R3, right? Like I really don't, why? Well, it's a lower, wider range. Well, yeah, but why did you short there? Because that's where I short on lower, wider ranges, right? Like there's not a lot, there's really very little thought process going in for me at this point because I put the time. Why do you like this one over the other one? It's got some higher time frame alignment. You know what I mean? It fits the best, right? So this is the one I'm focused on. And but it's really, but that's it. It's really not that complicated. But it is complicated, right? To get to all that information, to get to all that understanding and all of that knowledge and to put everything in the package so that I can make those kind of decisions quickly so that I can just say, oh yeah, it's just the place I short. Well, that's a lot of work. So I don't know. It's tricky. Hey, Dita, I don't can you've put that same message like quite a few times in a row. Just in case you're an active participant and not a bot, like I don't want to like slow you down. So just, I don't know if you're just super excited about Taiwan Semiconductor or whatever, but I don't know. It's okay. Um, I have been only day trading for a living since 2019. So it has been my primary source of income. So I also work for Bearable Traders and Peak Capital, and I have my own private mentoring business, but I only do things that are related to trading. So like I don't have a revenue stream. I mean, of course, I've written my book, but I don't have revenue streams outside of trading now. Yeah, and by the way, can I say thank God. Like I love trading. Like uh trading has changed my life. Like I'm gonna tell you how hard it is and all of the pitfalls and stuff, but please don't let me discourage you from doing it. Like I actually my partner in crime, Dr. V, yesterday at the start of the session said something that I really resonated with, which is that she was just saying you can't quit. You've come too far. Like you know too much to quit right now. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just feel like that way for so many. It's like You know it, you see it, it's there, it's right in front of you. You're just not there. And the reason you're probably, oof, what did I say about ES, by the way? What did I just say about ES? Can anyone, before I flip over and show the screen, what did I just say about ES? I didn't think what was going to happen and if you were going to do what. Right? I just want to make sure we're all like on the same like moment there. I said we're at the top of the range. It's a wide range, even though it's lower. I can't imagine we're going to break out on this range. So if you're going to short, actually still could be like an interesting spot to do it, right? Look what just happened. Isolated pivot right there. Fell down, offered sell. Right? Simple. Well, why? Because it's a wide range. I don't expect us to go outside on wide ranges. Well, can we? Of course we can. I just don't expect it. Right? If we went outside of it, that would be very unusual. Question about Market Alchemist. What time do you start your morning sessions? We pretty early, like 8:30 a.m. But the vast majority of our like actual sessions where we're talking and working with people are all in the afternoon. Like all of my one-to-one slots are at 2 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. Eastern, and all of the group sessions are held at 1 p.m. or later so that they don't interfere with anything Bearable Traders related. Because Market Alchemist's real like purpose is to support Bearable Traders, where Bearable Traders really doesn't have a mentoring wing. You know what I mean? And rather than taking on that responsibility, Bearable Traders kind of lets the moderators mentor. So Market Alchemist is the combined mentoring of both me and Vanessa, right? So we work together with people in our mentoring to kind of support the BBT community and becoming, the best, most like amazingest, trading group of all time. Well, now we squeeze. Shorts came in, shorts come out. So silly. R4 kill zone. Amazingest. Amazingest. You know what's not amazingest? PLTR. That's not amazingest. This ticker is being amazingless. Like for real. Like, can we just lose the dang king already? My God. Like I'm so not into this ticker anymore, but we're just gonna let it lose. But my goodness, can we like stop already? Ugh, what a loser. ES still looks like it's got some potential here. How's gold doing? Oh, nice. Look at this thing started to buy. It started to entice at S3 and then yo. This is why you don't buy when it opens under S3 because this is the kind of thing that happens. I'm telling you, all my rules have purposes. All my rules have purposes. This is a higher narrow. This should actually be a breakdown today on gold. I would not be shocked if we went back under S4 and then started a crazy sell-off towards the end of the day. Whenever we're in this range, normally we'll offer in near the CP and then we'll initiate an inside out on a higher range. You can't play these as a cam play because in order for me to make it a play for you, it would need to happen a certain amount, or certain often. You know what I mean? Like so many times a day, so many times a month, so many times a year. This kind of stuff never happens. Right. So it's like this happens once every so often. And I've seen it enough times. I see it happen 2 or 3 times a year. I know what it looks like. But it's not something I could build a play together for you or try and teach you because it would be pointless. All of my indicators are my indicators. So if you go to my Instagram at ThorYoungMA, you can go to my mentoring website, which is marketalchemist.org. You can get links that take you to where my indicators are. I have both light and pro versions of them. So the pro versions actually call plays for you. The light versions are, a little more genericized. Um, Netflix is lovely. I really like Netflix. I'm going to say yes, it was. Its first call was actually quite nice, but what I didn't like about it is we closed above R3. So it would have been nice to see a better offer, but it was quite lovely. When it squeezed out the top, and the reason not to take Netflix is its order book was actually a little bullish at the open. So it's squeezed at the open, but look how ghosty this candle is. A completely empty bullish engulfing. Zero surprise we started selling after that, right? That was a very disingenuous candle, right? So even then when we tried to buy lots of volume, but we couldn't make highs, right? It just bought into value. And that actually set our level, right? So that's our value area right there. Right. So now you can see after that, we kind of pull back and keep offering this area over and over and over again. It's still a valid short right now. Like I certainly wouldn't long Netflix. Anytime you see buying, it's absorbed into the selling range and we're not allowed to rally afterwards. So, but right now we're missing sellers and I think we're missing some downside book. So if we pull up Netflix, yeah, look at the order book on this thing. I do too, Ben. You can see the order book is quite in balance, right? So if you came by my VPA webinar, I actually just did on Tuesday night in Bearable Traders, we talked a little bit about order book balance and how important it is for price direction and movement. So right now, our order book basically says this ticker is going to chop, right? So that's the problem this ticker has. Its order book is saying I have a problem. I have no direction. Right. So PLTR also was and still is quite bullish. Right. And this is why PLTR is not working, Ben. So PLTR, if it had a more bearish book, we would be selling off like hotcakes right now. But the problem is our book institutionally is too bullish, so there's not enough incentive to go down and there's not enough volume. So basically PLTR instead is more or less just offering, right? It's just sitting up here. It's a selling range. It can't entice enough buyers to go up through those big orders. So basically we're going to chop here and sell. We're going to have to close tomorrow and then go get those orders tomorrow. Right? We may even need to go reposition. So one other thing that may happen is they may need to reposition for those orders and reposition after hours. So one of the things that can often happen is the specialist will actually wait for the market to close. And once it's closed, they will, in low volume, move up above where those orders are after hours if the institution pulls them off. Right? So that'll allow them to get into a higher price and then they can fill them from the top side. So they can distribute into them instead of having to purchase them, which is going to be a lot easier for them. So you have to buy, then sell. If not, if they're already carrying enough inventory, if they get above, they can just sell straight in, right? But if they're underneath them, they have to buy them. So they could try and leapfrog them after hours too to get into a better selling position. This is why we often get like after hours squeezes that are a lot of price movement after hours on low volume. It's all about price positioning for the specialists. Right? They can do that. It's after hours, right? Boyd, I think Market Atlas is a very valuable tool. And you also get the benefits of it being a part of the trading terminal suite, right? Trading terminal has lots of stuff under the hood. You know, it's got, you know, you can make scanners in there. You've got some ed material in there. There's free, you know, they do all kinds of different things in there. There's some classes in there. We do special material and presentations there. Lots of cool reasons to check out Trading Terminal. I think they're coming out with a new trade tracking software is going to be available through there soon, if not already. Lots of cool stuff coming out. One of the other reasons, and this is just if I can speak a little bit true to the man, if you don't mind. I don't feel like I spend enough time bragging on Andrew. And I think I don't intentionally because I would assume most people maybe even would think it's disingenuous because I've worked with the man for the better part of a decade now. But if I can speak to this particular element, which I think everyone who knows him would obviously agree on, the dude does not know how to not take things to the next level. Like everything Andrew does is always like it's got to go up, right? It's got to elevate. It's got to be bigger. It's got to be better. It's got to be faster. It's got to be the best, right? And in this guy, so and there are expenses that you don't know about. There are things that and I'm not going to tell you anything specific because it's not my place. But I know that this guy actually eats some pretty serious expenses just because he wants to provide the best and the fastest and the coolest element. Like he's like, I could make like you, I mean, he makes good money, don't get him wrong, right? But I mean, he could be doing so much more if he wasn't dumping so much of it back into the development. I mean, building Atlas alone, think about the amount of resource that must have been involved or that was involved. I mean, custom programmers, custom development, hosting space, server space. I mean, all of these different things. And he's doing this all while he's going up mountains and going to Thailand and going to Spain and live trading in Vegas with Peter Tuckman. I mean, like, Jesus, this guy, like, wow, like, okay. So this is one of the reasons I've always enjoyed working with Andrew so much. And Andrew also is, when I came out of day trading or when I came out of the real world, right out when I stopped working for a living, right? If we started working for a living, when I stopped working for a living, I told myself one of the reasons I gravitated towards day trading is I said I would never have a boss ever again, right? Like I want freedom. I never want to have a boss, right? So and when I got asked to come into Bearable Traders, I was a little because I've never really needed the money from Bearable Traders to support my income, like my life, right? So whenever I was on staff, there was never really a point of that, right? I've never really been here for that reason. It's not been necessary, thank God. But I thought, man, I'm gonna have to give up like some of this freedom, and that was concerning. But then I experienced the man himself, and it was such a great decision. Like this guy is so altruistic. He allowed me to grow up kind of inside of his community without asking me to conform to the community. He just allowed me to be me and develop my book, my system, my strategy, my indicators, everything like right there. Right. And he never like got in the way of that. He was all as long as I kind of told him how things were, he's always been really cool and he's just one of the greatest dudes. You know what I mean? So I really hope that all of you, like as you've read his book and you come to know him, like I really hope you truly appreciate like kind of the I know this is gonna be cheesy, but the warmth of the light that we bask in. You know what I mean? Like so many of these things and the opportunities that we have in this world and in this community right now are directly due to the conditions and environment that Andrew has provided. I mean, I think Vancouver this year was one of the biggest moments of like Vancouver this year. I quite believe was probably like the biggest like turning point of like my life. I had such so many things have happened for me this year. It's been quite the journey. Going from in 1 year, basically going from never taking larger than a more or less $100 to $120 trade to yesterday slinging a $2,500 risk trade. You know what I mean? Like what a year. And that year occurred not because I improved my system or my ability necessarily. It was because I focused on me and I made really big changes to me and my life and I really focused on surrounding myself with people who who inspire me and who make me feel amazing versus putting myself in environments where I felt like threatened and attacked. So I made all of these changes, and a lot of it started in Vancouver. I mean, it was just so amazing, and I'm so grateful for everything that kind of happened. So what a year. And this year for me, I just feel like it's just getting things started. So I'm really, we just wicked ATR high on ES right there. Let's see if that's enough to get a sell going on this thing. Let's go to ES real quick. I want you to see what I'm talking about. But and can I say that, can I say how much I appreciate you all? Can I say I love y'all? You know what I mean? Like, I really appreciate every single one of you that are coming to me, even if we don't always, get along. I appreciate every single one of you coming by here and being a part of this journey with me. We can grow together, we can learn together, we can get to the next level, and we can do it inside the umbrella of this really kick butt community. So I hope most of you will come to Vegas. I'm going to be there. Andrew's going to be there. Anyone who's West Coast, or I mean, if you get your tickets soon, there's some really reasonable cost flights to get out there. You know what I mean? So come by, hang out. Like, if we get enough people there, we should do something private for everyone at YouTube. You know what I mean? I would love to hang out with everyone on YouTube and X. Anyone who can get there. We could do like a lunch or a dinner event together or something like that. I mean, it would be so much fun. So Vegas, I would actually just look at the money show, Mr. Chatty. So I think it's like the Vegas Money Show or something like that. Just go in there and take a look at it, and you can get the information. The dates are the last week of February. It's going to be the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. I'm going to get out to Vegas probably on the 23rd. Live trading events on the 24th. Presentations, including mine, are on the 25th. All right, so look at this. We're at ATR high right now, and we're like buying it. That's interesting. Lower range. Weirdness. See, this is why we don't trade this crap. So, Nana, I just did 2 money shows out here. So I'll let you know when another one happens. I did the one in Sarasota, which was only like a few weeks ago, and then I did the one in Orlando that like a week and a half or 2 weeks before that. So if I get the Sarasota one, oh my God, that was at the Ritz, freaking Carlton in Sarasota. The most comfy bed I have ever laid in. Like, oh my God, like 7 layers of heaven. Right? Like, yeah. Like, oh my gosh. So we're right at ATR high. I mean, it would be very unusual for us to break out here, but it's very unusual for us to open and play a lower wide range today. So like, who knows what's going to happen? Is PLTR breaking my heart yet? Nope. It's just not doing anything. Oh my gosh. I still like this trade. Like, I couldn't imagine cutting this position. It still looks perfect. It's just not doing it. Like, oh my God. Like, please. You're based in Portugal at the moment, but have a house in Nottingham. Nice. That's not bad. Nottingham. Are you perhaps the sheriff? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shouldn't have gone there. Every person who lives in Nottingham has to just be like, why? Oh, why does that happen? You wasted 6 years of your life trading? What are you doing right now? Like, you're in a trading chat room. Are you still wasting years of your life trading? Like, that's not cool. Don't waste your life. I will 100% agree. Like, like it's not for everybody. But if you've been trading for 6 years and oh my God, don't hate me. You're gonna hate me. I would assure you that if you've been trading for 6 years, you probably know everything you need to know in order to make money trading. You know what I'm saying? But what's probably getting your way is one of likely two things. One, you have too much on your chart, right? Like you have too many indicators, too many like oscillating, like RSIing, like fundamentaling, like just lots of crap on your chart. So it's very difficult to make good decisions consistently, right? Or the other thing is it's just performance, right? You have a major fundamental issue that you continuously do that you haven't overcome, like bag holding, right? You over partial, so you hold your stops too long, you're profiting too quickly. I mean, stock trading is a best loser wins game, right? So if you're not losing properly, then that means you can't win properly. If you can't win properly, you can't make money. If you can't make money, you can't win at trading, right? So if you're like, especially like if you find that you're in a prolonged period of flat, right? Most of the mentees that I lose, right? Most of the mentees that I lose, I don't lose because they actually like blow up their accounts. That almost never happens with my mentees because my mentees are better than that. Like it's an insisting when they start to work with me is the first thing you're going to do is put on account restrictions so it is impossible to blow up your account. Right. So, and then once we start working together, right, most of them that actually quit because they flatline. Like they can never make money. And that's because of behavioral slippage, right? Behavioral slippage isn't the money you make, it's or the money you lose, it's the money you never make. Right? It's all the trades you didn't take that you should have taken, but you didn't pull the trigger. It's all the trades that you pulled the trigger on, but you went to break even when you shouldn't have. It's all the trades that you partialed the crap out of when you should have just held the position. Right? Like the thousands of hundreds of R that you're leaving on the table through misbehavior. Right. So this year is the year of self-regulation, baby. That's right, Mr. Chatty. That is my partner in crime, Dr. V, and me. That is she has decided that is the push for this year. That's what we're pushing in our mentoring community. That's what we're gonna be pushing here is the year of self-regulation. You know what I mean? Because that's I think the lack of self-regulation, and she leads this charge, is why most traders don't succeed. If you can't self-regulate, you can't perform consistently. If you can't perform consistently, you can't prove or disprove thesis. If you can't disprove or prove thesis, you cannot analyze and move forward, right? You get caught in an endless loop of irregulation, right? Just chasing something to something. You have to start somewhere, and it's always with you, right? The only thing you have control over in this entire market is you, right? And how you interact with the market. Everything else is, it's, I don't know, it's crazy. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I know I don't. You know what I mean? So, whew, we'll have to see how it goes. And PLTR still being a big fat pain in my butt. So, no, I mean, I have a stop on PLTR. I'll cut PLTR if it goes through my stop. My stop right now is here at 80.69. So if it goes up through R3 and sweeps R3, which God knows I'm feeling like I'm going to get caught in a UTAD. So for those of you who don't know what a UTAD is, that's an upward thrust after distribution, right? So it happens sometimes when we cannot generate enough selling. They're going to wick up in here, stop all the damn shorts out like me. Our market traffic's going to dump. They're going to offload into it, and then they'll sell off. And it'll be so annoying. Don't get mad when it happens. It will happen to you. Right? So it's not something to get upset about. But one thing I'm liking is every time we offer this downtrend, we're actually responding still to it. So the downtrend still seems to be working. So I don't know. It feels like it would be really weird for it to buy here and just go out the top. But whatever. At this point, who cares? All right, everybody. tomorrow we will talk about Atlas grant. So if you wouldn't mind coming by, we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow because we'll shut down for today. I hope everybody had a great session. Again, congratulations to our live trading winner today. And don't forget, next week we are going to do a drawing for a free mentoring session with me someday next week. Don't know which day. Could be any of them. That is only going to be available to members of Lambos and Garbage Trucks. So if you've been looking for a reason to not have one cup of coffee and get and hook up the subscription, I think maybe this is the reason. I mean, I charge a lot of money for these. You could get it for free. So that's pretty awesome. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Much love, as always. And if you need anything, let me know. Keep it green, people.